Meow.
Is that your new thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, this podcast has already been sponsored. So this shit is just no beginning, no music, Brian.
There's nothing that needs to be done.
Yeah, that's it. Launch. I'm tweeting something right now. Ridiculous.
Boom.
So, have you heard the news?
What's that?
Just hoping you knew something interesting to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm just... Have you... whatever.
Dude, I'm addicted to toilets now.
Oh, the Japanese
I've been looking all over these Japanese toilets that we experienced in Japan. And it's funny because if you don't know what it is, they're heated already. And so, like, when you sit down, it feels like somebody else has sat down and taken a massive shit before you.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like, it's weird.
Warm and inviting.
And then you take a shit, and then you push a button. There's 3 buttons. Like, one is like hot water, like a missile getting shot up your ass, hot water, and it feels really good. Like, I tried to position my asshole like perfectly,
3 different
trying
things.
to do it. Yeah,
one of them is bidet, and the bidet is like the blast of water that cleans your butt, and then there's a mild spray, and then there's a wash.
All of them seemed pretty good, and it seemed one was a little hotter than normal. But like, I didn't want to do it also had an air dryer. I don't know if you noticed that, but I didn't want to wait for the air.
That's ridiculous.
Because that seemed gay, but yet me trying to like move that water in my ass for 20 minutes. I think I sat there at one point just trying to. It felt really good.
It does feel good. You don't realize how little attention your asshole gets, especially when it comes to pleasure devices.
Yeah.
In America, we have a problem with that. Like, you can get something that massages your neck, no problem. But to have like a warm stream of water that constantly pummels your asshole with love, just sudsy love, for us, it like seems gross. You would clean your asshole that way.
And it seems like the more you think about it, it seems like the Japanese people are clean, not only for their ass, but the whole city seemed clean. Like, they seemed like really clean.
Very clean. But just the fact that technology exists, everyone should be using it.
Why aren't we using it?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Every home should have one of these. You know, instead of having a big TV, you should have something that really, really cleans your ass. If it came down to that choice, either one, I would say get your ass cleaned first and save up for a TV.
And it wasn't just like expensive or rich people. Like the bathrooms in all the places we went to had that.
Yeah, it's just standard. It's normal. Yeah, either way, they're smart. They figured out a lot of things. You know, they're such incredible innovators.
I love Japan, though.
Amazing place. Fascinating place, man, when it comes to like the way they behave and how polite they are. It's like, for a lot of people, like, the vibe of it is so much more toned down than America and American behavior. Like, for a lot of people, it's like, wow, this place feels really good. It's nice to know that everywhere you go, generally speaking, most people are very polite. Yeah. You know, it's unusual, you know? Yeah. Like, even security at the arena, so polite.
Amazing.
Like, so nice.
The one weird thing that somebody said to me, I don't want to say who it was, but he goes to Japan a lot, and he said, you know, the sad thing is that if you really wanted to hook up with any girl that you meet here, all you have to do is tell them like you're friends with like Lady Gaga or something like that, and no one lies. Like, most people don't lie in Japan, so they're not used to it, and so they'll believe you. Whoa. They automatically believe you.
What?
And like, and then he says that that's
Hold
just
on. Like less people lie there.
Yeah.
Is that a statistically provable thing?
That's what he said. He said that's how those people are. That they're very innocent people, and they don't like, and they're also very pushed over. He said like he would order something from the front desk, and they're like, sorry, you know, the chef went home and stuff like that. He goes, no, I want this. And they're like, okay, can you come downstairs and pick it up? And then he'll be like, no, you're bringing it to my room. And they're like,
what?
No. Like, it was really weird. Like, he was saying like how it's kind of sad that they how nice they are. And like,
well, who knows what they did to that food before it got up to the room. If you're such a dickhead.
Oh, yeah. They put
that's how they dried off their
slime
assholes. They dried their asshole off with your fucking food.
Yeah.
Oof.
But it did seem like that. It seemed like everywhere you went, everyone was just insanely nice, like super innocent and nice, and just
there were
happy.
A lot of very polite people there.
Yeah.
It's an interesting culture, you know, when you think about what Japan went through for a long time, when they had like Ronins, and when they essentially went through a long period of like civil war. You know, they went through a lot of crazy shit, and the fact that it's the birthplace of martial arts for the most part, like the early successful martial arts, the core components of mixed martial arts, 3 of them come from Japan.
Yeah.
judo, karate, and jiu-jitsu all come from Japan. I mean, it's really amazing. I mean, that they figured out how the science of launching people through the air with their bodies and slamming them on the ground. I mean, judo, for a lot of people who don't, like, you've never watched it and don't have an appreciation for it, watching the intricacies of the moves and people, like, hoist each other through the fucking air and slam each other on their back, it's amazing to watch. It's a crazy thing. I mean, a really technical thing that they figured out how to do. Like, all the shit they remember, like, you'd watch, like, in an old, like, Batman movie where a guy could just flip a dude through the air and boom. Well, a real judo guy can do that.
Right.
They really can grab. If you're wearing, like, a winter coat and you get in an argument with a judo guy, like, you're fucked. That guy's going to hoist you through the air by your jacket and slam you in the head. You know, it's a crazy martial art, and that emanated from Japan. They figured that out. They figured out kicking, like all the straight kicks emanated from Japan, I believe, like karate style kicks. You know, and the Koreans, like, revamped a lot of shit, and in my opinion, made a lot of techniques better. They put a little bit more power to it, but you can't deny that karate is, like, you know, one of the core tenets of martial arts. I mean, it's a good thing to learn. There's a lot of good techniques in karate. Came from Japan. You know, it's amazing. Jiu-jitsu, you know, what originally, you know, became Brazilian jiu-jitsu started off as, you know, Japanese judo and Japanese judo submissions, and it's amazing. All that shit comes from Japan, you know. I mean, people have innovated it and changed it a bit, but the core idea of it, trying to figure out how to strangle people on the ground, all that shit came from Japan. All those submissions and arm bars, it's amazing how much shit came from there.
Yeah. And yet that UFC was kind of interesting, seeing people that were from Japan that were big in pride and stuff like that, them fighting Americans and seeing what the outcome was. It was kind of shocking. There was a couple. That was one of the most amazing UFCs.
It was an amazing UFC.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. There was a lot of guys that got beat. The guy who beat Kid Yamamoto is not from America, though.
Oh,
I'll look up his name because it was important.
by the way, what's his name? Yamamoto.
Yeah.
He looked like a video game character. His back and his muscles were insane. It looked
you're
fake.
thinking of Akiyama.
Oh, Akiyama. That's right.
You racist. You racist.
No, but he looks like a video game character. I was waiting for him to start shooting fireballs out of his hands like Street Fighter.
Yeah, he's a bad motherfucker.
And he's a bad motherfucker like a musician, right? He sells out arenas like for his music and stuff. Have you heard his music?
Yeah, well, I watched him sing on a YouTube clip, and there's like fucking 30,000 people in there.
Wow.
It's nuts. It's like boy band type shit.
Really?
It's amazing, dude.
Is it like that fun Japanese like boy band type thing?
Vaughn Lee was the gentleman that fought Kid Yamamoto. Vaughn Lee was he's not from America. I believe he's England. I should probably check that real quick because I don't want to give some country credit for this guy, but he submitted Kid Yamamoto, and it was Birmingham, England. Yeah. There you go. Well, Vaughn Lee, he submitted Kid Yamamoto after it was a wild ass fucking fight. Kid Yamamoto clipped him at one point in time, and he clipped Kid Yamamoto. When Kid Yamamoto clipped him, he like stayed real calm and composed, and Kid Yamamoto was like jumping all over him, and the kid kept it together. And then Vaughn Lee, eventually it went down to the ground, and Vaughn Lee went from a triangle to an armbar submission chain, and it was fucking beautiful, man. The way he hit it was so tight. And Kid Yamamoto, first of all, he's struggling from the triangle, and the dude just flipped it over and switched it nice. Really got his hips deep into it and finished that armbar. I was like, wow, that kid is fucking badass. You know, I'd seen him fight one other time in the UFC, but that Kid Yamamoto, people don't understand what a killer that guy used to be. He knocked out, I think it was Kyle Uno and Hoyler Gracie in one night. He knocked out both of them. In his prime, he was a beast. You know, but I don't know, maybe I don't know, either he has declined a bit or the sport has passed him by. I don't know what it is, but he can't seem to.
But the other guy was what, 34 and he was 38 or something like that? Or I mean, the age difference?
I think he's only 34. I think Kid Yamamoto's 34, which still leaves him in his athletic prime.
Right.
You know, like Anderson is 37, I believe. And, you know, Anderson's fucking absolute his prime. You know, but it's also, like, as you get older, like, the good fighters, the really technical fighters like Anderson, like, they just get better because everything is based on technique. As long as they keep their fitness up and they have good discipline, which Anderson does, you know, like Bernard Hopkins, same thing. They can compete, like, well into their 40s. Where, you know, so Anderson is, like, in his fucking prime right now, in my opinion. 37 years old is not the same as 37 years was just like 10 or 20 years ago.
Right.
A guy like him is, might take him a little longer to heal from shit, but the way he can move and the way he can perform is pretty fucking prime.
Or past energy, like he got hurt in the past or something like that.
What's
right?
that?
Did he get hurt in the past and like a knockout? Like
No, he's never been knocked out. He's been stopped in fights by submissions. I
tried to say injury, but I couldn't say injury.
Yeah, he's been tapped a couple of times. Once when he was younger in his career, and another time by Ryo Chonen in one of the most spectacular submission attacks ever. He dove on him like pro wrestling style in a flying scissors hold, caught him by the legs, took him to the ground, and got him in a heel hook like that. Wow. It was amazing. I mean, it's like one of the most beautiful, like almost like it looks fake submission attempts ever, and especially considering he did it on Anderson Silva. Right. So he's a human. He's just the best. He's a human, but he's the best.
So you didn't rewatch the
No, I haven't watched the main
fight.
No.
I
know a lot of people think that Frankie Edgar won it 3 rounds to 2 rounds. When it was over, I was pretty sure that Henderson had probably gotten a decision, but man, it's hard to tell sometimes what other people are seeing, and I really believe that sometimes the best view is from the monitor, because sometimes I'm looking up, and where our heads are basically where the fighter's feet are at, and we're looking up, and it's the perfect view, really. I mean, it's an amazing fucking place to watch a fight. But to be like super critical about a fight, I always wonder if maybe the best way to do it would be to be able to watch the television screen. Right. I mean, it sounds ridiculous because you want to watch it live, but like there's a cage in your way. There's posts in your way sometimes. Like sometimes because of the cage, I miss shit that's like really critical in a fight. Like Roy Nelson took this giant swing at Fabricio Verdum, and Verdum got his back like that. And I don't know what happened. I don't know how he went. I had to go back and watch it in the replays to see how Fabricio got his back. Because while it was happening, it all took place behind a pole. So it's like you see it happen, and then you got to look down. And by the time you look down, man, Fabricio is such a fucking ninja. He had taken that guy's back so quickly. It was incredible. And that's like one of those fights where you see how legit Roy Nelson is, too, because Roy Nelson like survived having Fabricio Verdum on his back.
I also think there should be certain fights where you look at the final outcome of them, the person themselves, and I saw the press conference like afterwards, and there was like somebody compared the photos of Henderson and him, and after the fight, and just looking at their faces, like you look at that. Yeah. That's not, and the fight's still going on here, and like that looks horrible.
I think here's the thing. There's a thing called fight metric, okay, right. And the fight metric is the idea of there's a bunch of different versions of it. Kill your fucking cat, dude. Why you got your cat going off? There's a bunch of different versions of it. That's not a real cat. We're talking about an electronic cat. In case I have cats, I love my cats. Jesus Christ. Completely threw me off. What were we even talking about? Scoring something?
Scoring. Like I hope you were saying something like if somebody goes like this, listen, like if I go like this counts, right? This is point. See, I don't think that should be the same as
significant strikes. The difference is one guy's significant strikes do not equal the amount of damage done by the other guy's significant strikes.
Right.
So if one guy is a power puncher and he's landing super clean and the other guy doesn't hit as hard and he's not quite landing as clean or not quite landing as hard, the guy who hits you harder is the one who's really ultimately winning.
Right.
And when you look at like how many punches were landed, and how many strikes were landed, man, I bet Frankie Edgar landed a lot of solid strikes, but he never seemed to like really rock him. He never. Right. There was one time when he knocked him down with a right hand, but Henderson, that was at the end of the fight where Henderson wound up getting on top and he was pounding on him at the end. Remember?
Right.
So it was like he had done. I think that Frankie Edgar had done a lot. It's conceivable that he, easily people watching it at home could have thought that he won. Just by virtue of the fact that it's an amazing thing what he always does. He gets hurt and he comes back and you can't stop the guy's heart. I mean, it's really you root for the guy. That's absolutely for sure. Frankie Edgar has the biggest heart of any fighter I've ever seen fight ever. That guy has zero quit in him, and there's a lot of people who would have taken their check and fucking there's a few shots that he's taken where a lot of people have been like, you know what, I don't think I can go on. But that dude always finds a way to go on. Not just go on, but he seems to go after you right after you do that to him. And he wants to get you. You know, he's unbelievably competitive. But that other dude did a lot more damage. That's for sure. Ben Henderson is a really, really good fighter. It's not just that Ben Henderson was bigger than him. It's Benson Henderson is really good at almost everything. His jiu-jitsu's nasty. His wrestling's nasty. He's super strong. He's always in great condition. He can fucking kick like Bruce Lee. That crazy shit he did when Frankie Edgar was grabbing his foot and he jumped up in the air and swung that foot over his head. That was wild. I mean, that's some Matrix shit. Yeah. You know, I mean, the only reason, I mean, what would have happened if that thing landed? I mean, Frankie Edgar is so fast. It's hard to catch him with anything like that. I mean, he's just, especially in the early rounds, that dude moves like, you know, he moves like nobody else in the business.
I got to have really awesome seats. Thank you so much. I mean, it was so amazing. I got to sit right behind Joe. But one thing I was so amazed by it was that the photographer, the UFC photographer, he said, I don't know if he does every single UFC, but just watching him work, like he has like this, like a camera on both sides. He's just double, like pulling one like a gun super fast.
That's Josh.
And the shots he got, like look at that shot. That is just fucking amazing that he got that perfect. I'm just amazed by his work, just watching him work. And another thing was that it was so quiet in Japan because everyone's being so polite, except there was some like English people here and there that was like screaming and making owl noises and stuff. But it was awesome hearing the fight sounds. That's one thing that I think not many people have probably got to experience. But hearing it in Japan where it's super quiet and hearing those punches, that was scary almost. That was like Monster in the Woods because it was like you could feel how horrible that would have felt if that happened to yourself.
Well,
you know?
Things are always better when people around you shut the fuck up and just enjoy the things. But most people, when they get to a crowd, they just want to yell and scream. And sometimes that's awesome. Sometimes it enhances a fight when you're around people and everybody's screaming and something crazy is going on. It enhances me. When I'm watching a fight and I'm around a bunch of people going, oh shit, oh shit. Right. To me, that's like, it makes it crazier. It makes it, you know, so there is something to that.
Would you prefer it to be quiet like the Japanese style? I think that would be my ideal.
It's pretty badass.
It is pretty badass.
I went to see that band Honey Honey last night.
Oh yeah, how was that?
They were awesome. But one of the things that it was, I mean, they're really,
you're in love with that band.
Good. They're really fucking good, man. So, one of the things that was weird though was that it was in a crowd where, you know, a bunch of people sitting around drinking and they're watching music, and some people were just having full on like yelling conversations with themselves, with each other, you know, while this band was playing, and then some songs, everyone would shut the fuck up, and it was amazing. It was like, you know, there was some like
those
really
are the good songs.
It's not even that, man. It wasn't that those were the good songs. It was like you just catch them when they're done talking.
All right.
Because people just get tired of talking about shit.
Right.
But bands don't seem to mind. Like it seems to be okay to talk in a
certain settings. I'm sure it's just like practice round. You know, that's like they like that kind of where they can kind of, you know, play around a little more than normal. Where instead of going like on tour, I mean, did you see them in like a huge setting?
No. It was a really intimate environment. Yeah. It was really intimate.
It's probably like they're open mics, you know?
Yeah. Well, for sure. I don't think it was an open. I mean, everyone was there to see them.
Right.
But it was like some free show that they were doing, and they had to do it under an assumed name.
Oh, really?
Yeah, kind of funky. It was like, I don't think I have some things coming up, so they can't promote it. You know, like what is that thing up in India, Coachella? Oh yeah, that's what they're on that. So like, I don't think
were you supposed to say that?
No, I forgot. What was I not supposed to say it?
Yeah, they haven't announced it yet.
What are you talking about? It's online.
Just kidding.
Fuck you! How dare you? No one would care anyway. I got the scoop. Yeah, why is it bad to know about something early? Holy shit! It got out.
Yeah, what is
the good information got out early? Especially in the case of something like that, someone playing
insider trading probably.
But there were some songs where no one talked at all, and you know, it was fucking incredible. It was amazing. Live music is so different than live comedy. It's so inspirational. It's so inspirational to go and see something that someone's doing that's completely different than anything that you do, but it's still performing. You know, I really enjoy the shit out of it. I don't get a chance to do it. Fuck that. I don't
start taking guitar lessons.
I have no time.
Come on.
I have no time.
Stop jiu-jitsu and start doing guitar, and then you don't have to leave your family.
You just want nobody to do jiu-jitsu. You want a world where no one
know.
can protect themselves. Everyone's a big ball of jello.
I know someday it will happen that you'll be like, Brian, I'm not doing jiu-jitsu anymore.
We waddle through life with nary a setback. Why would I stop doing jujitsu?
Because you'll like throw your hip out because you're 80 or something. You'll be like, bro, I gotta stop this jujitsu.
Well, when that happens, I'll definitely stop. But so, what would you say I would do?
I don't
what am I supposed to do after that?
I don't remember. I got too stoned, dude. That fucking week before you even got here, he was like, "Let's smoke," and so we've been smoking, and now I'm pretty much gone.
Yeah, Be Real from Cypress Hill just smoke pot with us.
I want to get him and Doug Benson together and just see like how that podcast goes.
He seems to handle it really well.
Yeah,
Be Real did. I mean, he just like he never like fades or gets weird or you know. He's a really nice guy, man. Always been a really nice guy. Just always has a good vibe around him.
Kind of sucks that he couldn't stay longer because I wanted to hear, like, I wanted to know. I heard there was some weird stuff with him and Everlast at one point.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was there? Oh, don't go TMZ and
No. I think they're friends now. I think this was like long time ago.
Yeah, well then don't bring it up. Let people find out about it online. You know, who knows? Why leave something? You know.
Yeah.
People still send me negative Mencia shit. Dice got mad. Dice sent me a text. Want to read Dice's text?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened there?
I'll tell you right now. He's not mad at me.
Oh.
I love Dice. Dice is one of those guys. I don't care how crazy you say Dice is. You know, and, you know, I don't care how much people say like, oh, you know, sometimes he's a jerk. You won't take pictures. What? Listen, in my book, there's only a few comedy deities. There's only a few of them. George Carlin's not around, but Dice still is. And it sounds ridiculous, but when I was a kid, man, when Dice Clay first started blowing up, Dice Clay to me was like, you know, I mean, it's not the most complicated comedy in the world, but the shit was hilarious. When we were kids, there's no denying the funny that was in, you know, a Dice Clay album. You know, those first ones, I listened to them on cassette. God damn, they were good. They were hilarious. You'd like stop your car parked, and everyone in the car would be fucking howling, listening to the cassette. So this is what he says. So this is the first fucking text Dice has ever sent me. So, cocksucker Mencia now steals Titus for his specials. Carlos rules. He has to pay. And trust me, he will. By the way, this is Dice. Hope you're doing good. That's the text.
That's awesome.
To me, to get a text like that from Dice Clay, that is a fucking honor. That, to me, is an honor.
That's awesome.
The first text I ever got from Dice Clay.
That's really cool. You should print it out.
I love that guy. When I was a kid, man, I fucking thought that was the funniest shit I had ever heard in my life. And I told you when we talked about it with who was on? Which show was it on where we talked about the Dice thing?
Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer, yes. It was, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
She's a fan.
Of course.
She was so cool, dude. That was one of my favorite podcasts.
She was amazing. And Amy Schumer, we were talking about the day the laughter died. Well, apparently a lot of people started buying it after we said it.
Oh, really?
I got so many tweets saying how fucking funny he is. If you're like a real comedy fan and you want to see a guy go up and do 2 hours of just fucking around. I'm not trying to make any money off the day the laughter died, but it's a goddamn work of art.
Just buy it through Doug.com now.
Jesus, Brian. Jesus, Brian. Did your email inform you when you got back that you had been making emails from Japan?
No. What are you talking about?
I have some sophistication set up behind my email so that it lets me know if somebody hacks into my shit.
Oh, so it was just trying to pre-warn you?
Somewhere.
Oh.
It's like, listen, man, someone's tapped into your shit in Japan. Boom,
I was really off the grid in Japan because I was so scared that like that text that you got on your phone that says like, you know, 1 megabyte of data is $24.95. I'm like, oh, nope, no data. Turn off data. You know, I didn't want to use my phone at all. I was scared with text messages.
It's funny how they can do that. Just charge you a fuckload as if like what you're doing over there is more expensive.
Yeah, it's all the same
like,
fucking network.
Don't be a cunt. Just process it. Can you guys just agree
Put
that
it in the computer?
Yeah, can you agree that, oh, well, someone comes over and uses our stuff. What's your rate? Okay, we'll accept your rate. And you just pay what their normal rate is. Not this wacky $5 a fucking megabyte bullshit. Like, what is that? Where are you coming up with that? Nobody's paying that much.
Switch to an email-based system where you don't have phone numbers anymore. You just have emails. You know, like, I want to call your email. Whatever, you know what I mean? Like when we go overseas, it was like it's 00 your country code, 874.
That's not the issue. The issue is you need a new service provider everywhere you tap in.
Yeah, it shouldn't be like that.
That's the issue. So what you're saying is that it should be one universal
like
service
Skype.
provider for the whole world, and that's how we talk to each other like an email.
Skype is Skype.
Right. Yeah.
Gmail chat.
I guess, but even then, somebody has to provide the backbone for the internet, right?
Yeah, but it's already done. There's already the internet.
Yeah, but to be able to, I mean, what you're saying is you want the phone to be like that.
It should be based on Wi-Fi.
So you're saying it should go through, so the internet should be everywhere and it shouldn't be cellular signals anymore?
I don't know what I'm saying anymore, Jim.
Brian, you're too high to be
No, I think, you know what I think? I think the government should have Wi-Fi towers and the whole telephone system and everything like that should be based off like a government-based, you know, like there shouldn't be AT&T, there shouldn't be you know, these cell phone services. It should just be all. Never mind. I don't know what I'm digging myself into.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. You're saying communication should all be really simple.
It shouldn't have country codes. It shouldn't cost $24 if I'm on one side of this piece of water.
Yeah. The problem is that you have to have like local people have to profit from the infrastructure, you know, that's set up, right? So if the people that have created it in Japan or, you know, whatever, whoever owns wherever you're at, whoever owns the towers that display or that send out the information that you're riding on, that you're roaming on, whoever built that shit and made investments, I can understand why they would want a service fee.
Right.
I can understand, like, if you want to come over here and use our internet, you can use it at our rate, plus you have to pay $25. You know, like a 24-hour user's fee.
Yeah, but it was so ridiculous. 1 megabyte is $24.95.
It is, but I mean, if you let people pay at a reasonable rate, and then have that same exchange going on with their company, so that if someone goes over in America and you're from overseas, you know, you can use AT&T, and it won't, you know, be any more ridiculous for you too.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be like I accidentally sent you a photo by text message and it costs $250.
Yeah,
and then, you know, somebody sent me back one and it cost $125, and I couldn't say stop. Don't want to have image automatically download.
Is that possible that it would cost that much money though?
Well, $24.95 a megabyte. A photo is like what, 3 megabytes on an iPhone, something like that.
What is like one of those Droid phones with the crazy cameras?
Yeah, it's something like that.
They have some like 8 and 10 megapixel camera phones, don't they?
Yeah,
that's
definitely
amazing. That's fucking amazing.
iPad 3, March 7th.
I'm not ready. I didn't even use the iPad 2. I still have the iPad 1. I like the Kindle. You know, I like laptops or a Kindle. You know what I like about the Kindle, man? I like the way the paper looks. I don't like the way it's not glossy. It looks like paper. It's like that technology, I think, is really pretty fucking badass. I don't use the iPad for anything else. Maybe watching TV shows. It's good for that. It's good for when you're getting tattooed. Yeah. And you watch TV shows while you're sitting there. It helps the time go by when someone's drilled in your arm.
I like surfing the net on it. I think it's good to surf it.
Do you find that there's how many websites do you come across that are Flash supported that you can't access?
Oh, nowadays everything's iPad friendly. Yeah, I never run into any problems with it.
Old comedians, I bet, a lot of Flash sites.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
My shit was always Flash based.
Yeah,
I didn't know that Flash was that wonky.
Yeah, it's always been kind of wonky. I mean, like that's the problem.
Can they recover?
That's the problem with websites. That's what I use, you know, WordPress for most of my shit nowadays, because the reason being is it's just got to a point where like Chrome would work a certain way with HTML, and like another browser would work a different way. So you would make a website for somebody, and then like different operating systems, like you would log on the Windows and then compare it to Mac. It's not the same. Like shit's all fucked up on the Mac version. So then you have to find out how to fix that. And there's just too many browsers, too many operating systems. There's too many mobile devices that go on the internet nowadays. It seems like nowadays you just want the most simplest thing, like a WordPress or a blogger, or even have it be something else like a Tumblr. You just have your .com linked to a Tumblr nowadays. It's just to make it easy. Let somebody else deal with all that fucking cross-platform bullshit of design and stuff. The idea is just to get your message out to people. You know, get your,
So you should have redband.com go to a Tumblr site?
That's what I'm almost thinking nowadays.
Is Tumblr really that popular? Is that the new thing?
Tumblr is pretty... Out? Yeah, Tumblr probably could be the next Twitter thing.
Am I missing out?
Yeah, you should. You should definitely get a Tumblr. And nowadays your Tumblr just links to Twitter. Sorry.
I used to write blog entries. You know, if I was going to redo them, I should write them on Twitter, or I'd write them on Tumblr or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I think nowadays. It's because I just spent a bunch of money for this like WordPress stuff for Death Squad, and it's buggy, it's fucked up. Like I tried it in like a different browser, and it was a little bit off than I wanted. I'm like, this is stupid. Why do I go to like a livejournal.com or Facebook? It pretty much works exactly the same.
I like what you're thinking. As long as it was set up somewhere where it's preserved in case like Tumblr gets hit with some crazy virus or some bullshit.
They're
and you lose like all your stuff.
They're all backed up so well nowadays.
Are they?
Yeah, because it's almost like a reliability that they.
But
have
is it
to.
possible that you could have it like that, where you would have your site update? When you update your site, it updates your Tumblr as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think you
so
should.
That you could store it.
Yeah, I think like linking it to your Twitter, linking it to your Facebook, make it so you just do it one, but it does separate, branch off to all the different things.
What if when you go to my site, there's two options. One branches you off to the Tumblr, the other branches you off to podcast.
No, you can do that.
That might not be a bad idea.
No, you can do that. All you want your website to be is pretty much a bookmark with all your different links. Like here's your Twitter, here's your Tumblr, here's your but have it all be like.
I definitely think that I could do something cooler with my website. I need to make it easier to find my old writing. I got to figure out a better system.
You know what you need to do? You need to hire somebody to take all that shit and go to a Tumblr and re-blog it for you. I mean, it's super time consuming.
But is it Tumblr? Is it really that superior? Is it really that good to do?
Tumblr, but you could cut and paste that into 4 different things. You can paste it onto your Facebook page. You can put it on a Tumblr. You can put.
But is the Tumblr idea the idea that in doing it like that, where you do it into some big public platform like some MySpace type thing, that you're just going to get a lot more eyes on it?
Yeah, more community, definitely.
More community, and the other option is that it keeps you from having to worry about bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
How sites are. It. Yeah, because I have sites I go to in Safari, and then I go to them in Chrome. They're totally different.
Yeah, it's just a pain in the ass to maintain that.
Especially if it has like little frames.
Yeah.
And you have to move the frames around.
A lot of people spend a lot of money on web designers. They design like an awesome website. A year later, there's a new update in Flash. There's a new update in something that throws off the coding a little bit. So you have to have somebody maintain it all the time. It's a pain in the ass. Let somebody else do that. Now, I mean, if it's about getting a blog out, why not have a community of people like,
That's smart, but I just don't trust it. Someone's going to hack it and sell iPads from it.
They can already do that.
Somebody got hacked. Oh, Mike Goldberg got hacked. Somebody hacked into his shit and was trying to sell something.
You said hacked, right?
Hacked. His Twitter got hacked. Mine got hacked, too.
Yeah, Mike got hacked twice in a row or something like that on Twitter.
Did he really?
Uh-huh.
That's funny.
Poor guy.
He gets hacked by his daughter. Goldberg's daughter goes and takes his tweets down.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
He gets mad at people, man. I told him, don't get mad. They're just hating. He'll get on there and fight with them. Mike Goldberg doesn't want to take any bullshit from people. And he'll get mad. Maybe he's got a cocktail in him. You sons of bitches.
Partied a lot with Mike Goldberg over the weekend.
He's a good dude,
He's a good
Goldberg. Guy. He's a very good dude. He's Mike Goldberg's been around sports like his whole fucking life. He's always been around savages, His whole life he's been around like hockey players and animals. It's just a fun guy. He's a fun guy to be around.
Yeah.
Japan was a fucking great time, man. That was a really interesting culture. You know what I'm getting sick of, man? How come I can't enjoy something? We were talking about how Brazil was beautiful and amazing, talking about how much I enjoyed Japan. I get these fucking emails from people go, yeah, you like it so much, won't you fucking move there?
I would move there.
Not emails, excuse me, Twitter messages. I've gotten only Twitter messages. It's so silly. How come you can't just enjoy certain aspects of another country? I'm not saying that Japan is better than America. I definitely enjoy America more than Japan. There's some things about Japan I didn't like.
What didn't you like?
I didn't like the fact that I had to cover up my tattoos when I went places.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When I went to the gym, they made me cover up my tattoos.
That's right.
They actually gave me a shirt to wear.
Why is that? A
long sleeve shirt. Because they have a Yakuza thing. Jeff Curran, one of the guys who fights for the UFC, said he was on Twitter. He said he was doing squats, and a lady came over and started taping up a tattoo on his leg in the middle of his squatting. She's like wrapping his tattoo up while he's squatting.
Why? What was the reason?
Because
dragons are going to come out of it? Or what?
No. Yeah, it's Yakuza. It's gang type shit.
Oh.
They're worried about organized crime. They're worried about the perceptions. In their culture, the tattoos have a very different feeling than they do in this culture. And like in their culture, if you have like tattoos all over your body, like it's very possible you're connected to the Yakuza. Oh. That's originally like the guys who wore the bodysuits. Those were like the Japanese gangsters.
So there's no tattoo parlors in Japan, right?
Oh, there's definitely tattoo parlors because it's not all of them, because there's some of them that are, obviously there's some of them that are artists, and there's some of them that are just young people like tattoos. A lot of Japanese fighters have tattoos. Kid Yamamoto has crazy tattoos all over the place. You know, it's not. I mean, there's people that fight that social restriction, but you're not allowed to go into public swimming pools. If there's a swimming pool at the hotel, they won't let you get in the water. If you have tattoos, you have to leave. If you want to go in the gym, you have to wear a long sleeve shirt. That's just how they are. I mean, I guess in their culture, it just means something different. It means, you know, it's like people don't want to feel uncomfortable. They don't want to go somewhere and have someone, you know, and I kind of see their point. You know, you don't know. You see someone all tattooed up, and that looks kind of creepy. You know, you're there with your kids or something. What if this person's like an aggressive, angry person? You know, that seems like a weird message to send. You know, that's their perception. I totally understand it. They're so fucking nice there. It doesn't even bother you. I mean, even she, you know, she's like, "Thank you for understanding. Thank you for understanding."
Wow.
You know? Yeah. She was very nice about it. She wasn't judgmental. If that had happened, like in some place, you know, some fucking weird place, you know, when you know, if you were in like, if you had like
camel type place.
Yeah. If you had like Satan tattooed on your arm,
right?
You went, you know, you went to Kentucky and tried to use a gym. Excuse me, we don't allow Satan to work out in this gym. So if you want to come in here and threaten all these people with your Satan tattoo, I could see that happening.
Yeah.
They would just kick you out and yell at you. But this lady was so nice. Sorry, we have to cover tattoos. Is okay? We have a shirt for you. I go, you have a shirt for me? Yeah, we will get that shirt for you. I go, well, I could just go back up to my room and put a shirt on, put a long sleeve shirt on. She goes, no, what size? And I said, a large, extra large, whatever you got. She comes back with a large. I put it on. I had to put it on right there before I could go in.
Wow.
Had to cover up.
That's great. I'm glad I didn't bust out my waterfall tattoo.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck, man? This is weird. You know, it was really weird.
Huh.
Yeah. But that's their culture. You know? I mean,
you know what was also weird? Like, I went to a couple of the nightclubs. And like when the Russians walked in, the Russian women, and they're like Russian women were really popular in Japan, and so these really beautiful, like in a runway kind of beautiful way, like they're slightly weird looking, but you can tell that they're models. But they would walk in, and immediately this weird energy, like they were up to something, or they just seemed evil.
Well, it's funny. The Japanese, the Russians have always had some sort of connection in Japan with mixed martial arts. Because the Japanese always, you know, like when they ran Pride, and they always had like badass Russian guys. Like Igor Vovchanchin came down, and of course Fedor came down, Fedor's brother. You know, there's a bunch of different guys, like badass dudes that came from Russia. It's really funny, that like connection of Russia and Japan, you know, in mixed martial arts. So when you're out at a club, and in the model world, the connection between Japan and Russia must be pretty intense as well.
Yeah.
Those girls are everywhere, right?
Yeah, that's
what they like, right?
Yeah, they seem like, I asked a lot about them, because every time they would walk in, I would get the same vibe every time I saw them, and I guess, you know, they come out feeling like they're going to be the next best thing, because they come out there to actually be legit models, but then they slowly turn into like hookers and stuff like that. So, but
allegedly,
but the first batch of them is what you would always see out at the clubs, and wow. It was just weird because I don't know why I think that. I'm just very intimidated by Russian women. Kind of freak me out. Like they're very beautiful, and they have this weird look or vibe to them.
There's some of them that are very nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Obviously. Yeah. Totally.
Obviously, there's some of them that are very nice, totally. But there's a lot of people in Russia that lived a hard life.
Right.
You know, and people that lived a hard life, girls that have seen some shit that maybe you haven't seen, and maybe like their perceptions of death and life and crimes and what you got to do to get by, maybe it's different than yours, and maybe they happen to be beautiful as well.
I think it's the beautiful thing.
They're beautiful, and they grew up in a place, you know, who knows? I mean, but if a girl's, you know, essentially a sex worker, most likely she did grow up in some really fucked up place.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, a lot of these girls that do become like escorts, you know, I mean, think about that. Would you imagine if that could, you know, imagine if that was your daughter? Imagine if that was your child that grew to become some woman who would fly around the world and
yeah. It was also weird when you're walking down this one street. I got lost in Japan a lot, by the way, because like you had to do a lot of work, or you wanted to work out and stuff. I would like take weird walks because it felt so safe to walk there at night. And one time I walked like 4 hours the wrong direction, and I was completely lost. But
yeah, you went fucking nutty one night, man.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you know, my thought is always when I come to a place like, I better be. I like watching the fights better. I feel like I'm more focused when I get some fucking sleep.
Right.
So I forced myself to get some sleep.
Yeah.
And you were like, well, I'm in Japan. I got to make this happen.
Yeah. And it was weird because every blocks at this one street was just awesome. I think it was the red light district or something. And every 3 like steps I would take, there would somebody grab me like, "You want massage? Huh? Massage." And so I finally I went with one of them. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try. I like massages, and what she's saying to me, converting in my head, was like $40 or something like that. So I was like, I'll take you up on it because you're just, you know, a really hot Asian woman. And so like we go up to this weird like room. It was super weird with this curtain. And then she leaves the room and this older Asian woman comes out. And then I got a massage from a really scary Asian woman. And then at the end, it's the first time this ever happened. And she goes, "Oh, you want a happy ending?" And I'm like, no, that's okay. And like I had to talk myself out of not getting a happy ending because it was that. I mean, you would think like, yeah, why not? No one's gonna know, but it was that creepy of a Asian old woman. So you
just admitted that you would be down for a happy ending under the right circumstances.
No.
I think that's what you just did, son. You got to be more careful with your words.
No. I would never say that.
Of course you wouldn't. Why would you want a massage on your dick? Because it's not appropriate. Our society does not condone it or allow it, Brian. You can get a massage on your neck. You can get your nose played with. It's totally legal.
You're right.
There's something really gay about that. Imagine if there was like a guy and that's what he would do. He'd just rub and kiss your nose. That was his that was his business. You know, some people do neck massages. Some people are into like reflexology. What is that, reflexology, when they play with your feet? Yeah. It's not really. It's not real, is it? Is that real?
I think there's something to it.
When they have like the broken down meridians of the foot, is it real?
I think that's real.
Okay.
I don't know though, but I would say, because I mean, when they play with certain parts of your face, you know, that's you know, different pressures of your face, that's, you know, you can feel it, especially when it was around the third eye. You ever feel that
when they play with your face?
Yeah, where they take hot oil on your like third eye right here in the middle, and they just kind of slowly rub it. You can feel the release of some kind of tension in your head, you know.
What the fuck do you think that is, Brian?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Massage is nice. Massaging your dick just as nice. It's really that simple. You know, no one wants to look at it that way because you don't want your wife going to some place and getting fingered.
It was also weird seeing the Africans in Japan, because they would be like the people that would work the streets.
Did you know? I wanted to say this before I forget, because we're talking about going to doctors and getting fingered. Right. You know, that is what women used to do.
What?
Yes. The idea of women being hysterical. Hysterical is connected to like hysterectomy. It's connected to your fucking losing your fucking mind because you're not coming. A lot of women would go to doctors, this is a long time ago, and the doctor would actually manipulate them to orgasm. Yes, it was a common thing. They
don't do it anymore?
Nope, they don't do it anymore. But men would see these oppressed, you know, fucked up sexual women, and the thing to do scientifically was to stimulate them to orgasm.
That's hilarious. Huh. When did that stop?
I don't know. I don't know any of the history on it. I should probably Google it while we're sitting here talking, because it's I should substantiate it because I'm pretty sure it's true.
Who was the cock blocker on that too?
I don't know, probably some religious guy that wanted to fuck men. You know.
Yeah, it was weird. The Africans in Japan were the guys that were like supposed to be the ass kisser. They come up like, "Hey man, come in this bar, man. Come on, you can do it. Come on, you want some weed?" And somebody did offer me weed, which I guess is super crazy illegal in Japan. So I was like, no. As much as I want to smoke, I don't feel like going to jail for a year. I guess it was like the minimum of getting weed in Japan.
Is it really that much?
Yeah, something like that. He was saying. This other guy was saying.
Yeah, there's a whole book on this subject. The Technology of Orgasm, Hysteria, the Vibrator, and Women's Sexual Satisfaction. It's a John Hopkins study in the history of technology. Yeah, pretty crazy, man. So listen to this. From the time of Hippocrates since the 1920s, massaging female patients to orgasm was a staple of medical practice amongst Western physicians in the treatment of hysteria, an ailment once considered both common and chronic in women. Doctors loathed this time-consuming procedure for centuries, and Doctors loathed this time-consuming procedure and for centuries relied on midwives. And later they substituted the efficacy of mechanical devices, including the electric vibrator invented in the 1880s, and the technology of orgasm. Ralph Maines offers readers a stimulating, surprising, and often humorous account of this hysteria and its treatment throughout the ages. So this has been that's like a standard treatment for a long time. They just stopped doing it. Well, it makes sense, man. Just like it makes sense that men need to get jerked off. Like for women, like ideally you would want your husband to do it. Ideally you'd want your boyfriend, your lover, whatever. You would want the person that you engage in sex with to get you off. But if that's not happening, you're probably losing your shit, and you become a less effective functioning method or member of society, rather. That method of relieving the tension and just the physical tension of nothing else. That's all it is. There's a physical tension in your body. You manipulate it. It doesn't mean there's no love involved there. There's nothing. It's just you have a buildup. Yeah. You know, it's like blowing your nose. Yeah. Except the doctor's fingering you.
I think the doctor shouldn't do that. I would hate that doctor still.
To your girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. Because you're not doing
would
your
you
work.
want that? Like,
no, I don't. I don't want the doctor
come.
wiping my daughter's butt either. I want to be able to, you want to be able to do your job as a parent.
Your girlfriend be like, I'm going to the doctor again.
You want to be able to do your job as a man. You want to be able to do your job as a man. If your girl's going to the doctor to get her finger banged, her little pussy with a mechanical device because the doctor's good at it. Maybe the doctor's hot. Maybe he's eating her ass while he does it. Listen, I'm just going to eat your ass. What? I can't believe we're doing this. Is this in the... Are you really supposed to be doing this? I'm just actually pleasing you. That's what my job is. Let me eat your ass. Okay. Would you be upset if you're like, this is so crazy? I went to the doctor to get my weekly hysteria release. They recommended it. I have to go, especially since you can't get it up anymore. And while in the middle of the hysteria release, he just starts eating my ass. And I'm like, okay, is this part... is that cheating? Is that cheating?
It's not so
cheating
weird.
if he's fingering her. But if he starts eating her ass, is that cheating? He's just being a doctor. He said I come quicker when he eats my ass and he doesn't have time to just keep fingering me. If you were going to finger someone, the best way to do it is to really just go crazy. What gets her off? Is it eating your asshole? So while he's fingering her, he's probably like, "What's Mrs. Rockhold? I don't know how to bring this up, so I'll just be blunt. Is there a better way for me to be fingering you here? If I eat your asshole, do you think you'll come quicker? Because my hand's getting tired, and there's a lot of people after you in line."
Have you ever got prune hands from fingering a girl?
I don't think it happens. I think there's like a alien-like slippery, slimy stuff that's inside the woman's body, and it doesn't interact with your body like water.
It happens.
Unless your girl is pissing on your hands so much that they prune up.
It happens.
Yeah, that's because your girl shoots, right?
Huh?
Doesn't she have that
no,
thing
not her. It's not her.
She has a blowhole?
No.
Could you imagine if that was normal, if every man and woman had a blowhole in their back and they just shot fucking water up in the air everywhere we were? You drink water, but you could shoot it up there so that you could do both. You could like swim in the ocean and you could also like live on the ground if we had a blowhole. Why would that hurt us? An extra little hole. We could be both. We could be like Aquaman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We could swim around no problem. We have a shit design. This is one of the theories, is that human beings actually evolved in the water. It's called the aquatic ape theory. The idea is that we're the only animal that has its babies have so much fat on them, and that some of that might have been so that they were more buoyant. Like in case they fell into the water, you could catch them quicker. And like that's like we were born with this layer of fat all over us, and eventually we become like a smaller version of ourselves. But chimps, like as they're born, the little babies are little muscle-bound little babies. They're not all fat and chubby like our babies. Our babies are all fat and chubby.
What if like thousands and thousands of years ago, before caveman, before everything, we were just like really, really fat and just lived in puddles. And so we just like, we still talked, like, hey, what's going on? But we just like lay in puddles and we couldn't move because we couldn't walk yet.
Well, maybe we found some food that was so awesome that was in the puddles. That was all we needed to do.
Right.
It just tasted like chocolate cake and it was the best thing for your body. And so it's like the best way to get out of it, just eat it all day. And we just laid in puddles and ate this fungus. This chocolate cake fungus that tasted awesome.
What a creepy visual.
Yeah, what a creepy visual.
Pink Floyd visual.
You know what really creeped me out the other day, man? I was watching something on volcanoes, and they were showing all the different towns. Apparently, they have discovered a whole volcanic, an entire forest. I believe it's in China, under a volcano, like hundreds of millions of years old. And they're gonna like dig down into this, and this had like a whole like forest had been covered by volcanic ash and shit. They're sort of just discovering it and unpiecing it now. Yeah. And you realize when you see shit like that at any point in time, these giant natural disasters that have happened so many times over the history of the planet, like we haven't got that wired yet. We don't know when they're coming. We don't know what to do when they hit, or if we can do anything. Like the big ones, like the super volcanoes and the shifting of the polar ice caps, like all that stuff's coming. Like that's how the planet works. Like it almost seems like it's designed that way. Like there's a little reset button that goes on. You only play the game for so long, and then bah, time's up. Next civilization. You got to bring in the next people to play the game. I mean, it almost really. Could you imagine I mean, if that's what civilization is, I mean, really, realistically, humans in this form, how long have they been around? How long have monkeys been around? How many millions of years? Let's just get crazy and just say 65 million years ago when the dinosaurs got hit by that big meteor, let's say there was no monkeys back then, because I'm pretty sure there weren't. So just in 65 million years, which is nothing, all this shit has happened. You know? All this shit has happened. Who knows? This couldn't have happened. What if this happened already? What if the whole thing had been started from the beginning to the end? People had figured things out. There was, an advanced civilization, and it got hit by a fucking meteor, and then it had to start all over again from scratch. From scratch, with amoebas and things that survive at the bottom of the sea to eventually intelligent life. How many times could that happen in the course of a sun? All that shit's possible. This could end for us at any moment. Any moment, boom, the sky turns bright. And that's the end, because a hypernova a couple million light years away blew up on us. God damn, I'm scared, Brian.
I was kind of scared flying back. I kept on falling asleep and then waking up thinking about we were flying over the ocean.
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever flew over the ocean. And that really, if you think about it while you're flying over the ocean, it's really creepy to think about. Like,
sure. Well, you were sober too.
Yeah.
Well, you were actually a little drunk still from the night before.
Yeah. I was definitely
barely,
drunk.
but you're not really. You seemed, I know when you're hammered.
But it was like I was thinking, like, if there was an emergency landing, you needed to get.
Jesus.
There's no emergency landing,
ocean, dude.
And then I was thinking about like how
are they going to even get you? By the way,
yeah,
that's the thing. If something goes down in the middle of the ocean, they don't send in a plane to land and go get it. Okay, they have to bring in boats
or fishermen to get the sharks to get your body out of them.
Some boat, that's somewhere near you where it happened. They send that out.
Fuck that.
Fuck that, indeed. But what are you going to do? Are you going to stay home? Or
I don't know.
Fly to Japan?
Don't think of it when you're flying in the ocean. I kept on thinking about it. I couldn't stop thinking about it. It was freaking me out.
Do that. Yeah, it's our forms of transportation are quite frightening when you think about what happens when they go wrong. But what's really fascinating is what does the future hold? 200 years ago when people were first putting together railroads, they would have never, ever believed that we could get to the point we are today. 200 years ago, before there was no cars 200 years ago, right? In 1811, there was no cars. So imagine that. Imagine that amount of time and imagine what has taken place. And now think about what that amount of time in the future is going to hold. It's going to be like, people miss, if you don't get there, you just splatter into a fucking billion particles and blow off in the wind. That's what's going to happen. We're going to make like some sort of a Star Trek replica thing where you beam yourself places. And shit's going to go wrong sometimes. There's going to be like terrorists that set up mirrors so that as you try to beam yourself up, it fucking scatters your essence all throughout the universe. Who knows? Who knows what kind of crazy time travel, teleportation shit they're gonna be able to figure out as far as like travel. I think it's gonna 200 years.
I think it's gonna have something to do with traveling back from Japan to LA back and forth so many times until you start going back in time more and more and more.
That's silly.
How weird is that though? Like we relive the same morning twice.
It is pretty crazy. But do you think that at a certain point in time, when if because I know they've done things with particles where they've managed to teleport particles, but I don't quite understand that shit. I don't understand if I don't know what's really going on there. But you gotta assume that if they could figure out a way to transport anything, even an email, even the idea that something's going through a Wi-Fi network in space, it's in the air and it lands in your fucking laptop and you're just sitting there wirelessly connected to the universe, and then something comes in, a big file, a big piece of information. The fact that you can do that, you start thinking about what if you could figure out a way to break a person down to ones and zeros. What if you could break a person down to a program? If you commit to being a program in our internet, we offer you a lifelong creative adventure. You can decide what you want to do with your life. You'll be living online, and your consciousness will be in the hand of trusted engineers that were responsible for such amazing movies as Lord of the Rings and King Kong. And you could just sign up for this shit, and as long as your credit holds out, they just connect you and your essence to a computer, and they throw you into a computer simulation, and you're just a plug in the wall.
We already
like
are.
The Matrix. Is that possible?
We already are.
What is that guy's name? The guy who decided he was going to give up. Joe
Biden?
No. In The Matrix, he was a very famous. Like he was always in those gangster movies. Joey Pants, Joe Pantalone. You know who I'm talking about?
No.
Very good actor. Anyway, he's the one who was in the Matrix, and he decided that he was gonna give up, and he was gonna join the other side. He was like one of the good guys, one of the parts of the resistance, but he couldn't hack it anymore.
Right.
He's getting tired of it, so he's gonna give up Morpheus, and and they were like in a restaurant with him, and he's eating steak, and he was like telling him that he wants to be like a good-looking guy, like an important person, maybe a movie star.
Oh, right.
You remember that?
Yeah.
That was pretty wild.
Yeah.
Because there'd be people like that if that really
Totally.
presented itself. Like, here's what you can do. You can either continue what you're doing or be the baddest motherfucker in the world in the Matrix, and you won't be able to discern whether it's real or not. A lot of people would take that.
Yeah.
What a weird choice and a real possibility. When you stop and think about what an incredible movie that was, that movie presented this idea, and the fact that as technology moves forward, that might one day become a possibility. Some sort of a computer neuro interface that projects a created reality into your own head and hijacks all your senses and has all your senses feeling and smelling, and it has your dick getting hard, and you really think you're fucking. You think everything's going on. You're the king of the goddamn world. You're Conan the Barbarian. You're slaying dragons. You never even die. Every time you want to win, you win, and you're just fucking bitches everywhere over the bodies of your enemies.
It probably is going to be something like that. We're going to wake up from the program and go, oh, yeah, we started this program a long time ago. Like we're somewhere else, and we're like, oh, we forgot. Oh,
we're just in a buggy version.
Yeah. Like when you wake up from like getting anesthesia or something like that, and you're like, wait, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, I had the operation. I was knocked out. But what if we wake up from life like that, where we're like, oh, yeah, I started this program, this life program hack on my phone.
Did somebody just knock on the door?
No, that was a car accident.
Oh, no. This is what I was going to talk about at the very beginning of the podcast, but I went, oh, no. Let's get some time in before I talk about this. There's a fighter, apparently, that's on this season of The Ultimate Fighter that allegedly they're saying was in gay porn.
What?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to talk about this?
I don't know. I don't know if it's real. I don't know. Hold on. Fighter on Ulti. I won't even say his name because I don't know if it is real.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but what I will say is, I'll say two things. One, who gives a shit? Jesus Christ, as long as he's not raping anybody.
Right.
I mean, if the dude's gay and he just sticks to what it is his training and fighting.
Well, there is something different when we're rolling around with some guy that's
only if he's fucking
porn.
No, because I've rolled with women and it's never been sexual in any way, shape, or form.
Not porn stars. Have you rolled with porn stars?
No, but I've rolled with pretty girls before. There's been a few times, and you know what, man? First of all, you got to be careful because if they're good, like you roll with like
porn is different than pretty
or someone like that, or Ronda Rousey, like they'll fucking strangle you like a dude will too. Like you got to watch your P's and Q's, but it's never, it's never that. It's always rolling. Anybody who's rolling is rolling. Nobody's rolling, grinding their dick on you. If they are, they're getting choked out. That shit doesn't last.
You just don't want to think that.
Ew, yeah, you don't. You don't. But I know I've rolled with gay guys. Absolutely, 100% for sure. There's more than one. I've rolled with more than one gay guy. Guys who are openly gay. I've rolled with guys who I'm pretty sure were gay. It's just who gives a fuck.
Have you ever
as long as the person's not inappropriate with you, or they don't douche on you. But same way with men and women together, man. Can you imagine if men and women shared one fucking locker room everywhere in life, and women just had to deal with guys douching on them?
Have you ever rolled with somebody and their boner was really hard and you felt it the whole time?
No. Just push back on it just to set up a submission. Well, you got to distract him with your butthole. Just rub. You can feel the tip of the cock. You have to develop a feeling for the tip of the cock. You got to know how far you can push him before he's actually raping you.
You feel it on your back.
No.
And you're like, oh, that's definitely
But you got to think, man, if you were a gay guy and you were really into like fighting for your boy pussy, if you want to fight for your boy pussy, you want to go do battle and then fuck a guy. Take him down, mount him, take his back, and then just get in that extra hook. Yeah, some dudes, that's what they're looking for. As long as any guy doesn't do that, as long as you don't go raping other guys you're training with, But
if I was
the
gay,
thing
I'd
is,
be
though,
a jiu-jitsu.
the thing that I wonder, I don't know if the guy actually did this, which is why I'm not saying anything. But I would wonder if he was honest about it. If anybody had asked, I would assume that that's like a part of a contract, right?
Yeah.
There's certain stuff that we don't want you to have done. You never.
I think you need to say it at least.
Do you think?
Yeah, I do. Because I would not want to roll with somebody that used to do gay porn. That's my personal choice.
Why is that? But it's okay if you roll with a guy who
because when you're rolling,
who was gay, who had gay sex. Is that okay?
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
Really?
Because I think when you're, that's the last. I don't think
that's the last frontier.
That's the last frontier.
Your asshole's the last of the Mohicans.
Right. I think it's the same way as like when you get pulled over from a girl cop, you get a guy cop, and you're a girl, and you need to be pat down. They have to get a girl cop. Same reason. I don't want fucking you to be rolling your dick on me if you like that.
No, that's different because in that situation you have to be subservient. In that situation where a cop is there, like you have to stand still while the cop essentially molests you. Like that's why people have a hard time with that.
I don't know though.
But it's really interesting because, you know, I mean, do men have that same option? Like if a woman, like no, men don't have like a woman can't pat a man down. Is that true? I don't think they can, right? A man has to pat a man down.
Right.
Is it correct?
Right.
So what you can't like be humiliated by a woman either.
Right. I think so.
I think. Yeah.
Unless you ask
men, I don't think men can pat women down, but I do know that there was one crazy video online where a woman got arrested for something. Turned out to be totally innocent, by the way. And these cops were giving her a strip search, and she's fucking screaming. They're holding her, and she really did nothing. And it's the craziest video to watch. The cops just fucked up and went way too far with it. But they held this girl down and like strip searched her, and it turned out she did nothing, man. It was just all fucked up. It was just they just told her to do it, she wouldn't, and then it got out of hand. And then, you know, when people think that they're being disrespected or their authorities not being, you know, accurately represented, you know, they'll step in and take things to a horrible place. And that's what I think probably happened. But it's a terrible thing to watch because you watch it, you think that could be my sister. You know, that could be my mom. That could be my wife. That could, you know, and these guys are holding her down for now. She's not a fucking terrorist. Like, what are you doing, man? Why are you holding her down and strip searching her? Look, this is what you do. Just place her in a room and ask her some questions for a few minutes before you fucking check inside her asshole for bombs. You know, how about you do that? And then you would find out, oh, this is a big mistake. Someone's fucked up. Okay, you're not a danger to society, ma'am. Is there someone that can drive you home? Sorry. We didn't have to look inside your butthole at all. So there was just a big mistake. I mean, that's what they do. They check your naked body. For a woman, that's so humiliating to be in a room with men. They're holding you down. They're checking your naked body. I mean, essentially, that's like a rape of power move. I mean, it really is. You know that's not a dangerous woman. She's not shooting anybody. She's not trying to blow up the fucking world. She's just some lady. And whether she's drunk or crazy or what, you don't have to be stripping her down like that. That's nuts. But you give people the option, give people the ability to do that. People get out of hand. That's why tasers are fucked up. Tasers are great if every cop was awesome, but every cop's not awesome. So the idea that you're just randomly giving tasers to all these dudes, and some of them, I've seen some of the moves where people taser people. I've seen some of the shit that happens, and it's fucking wrong, man. And it's assault, and it's a crime. And they should take the fucking tasers away from those guys, and they should lose their jobs.
Yeah, but what if it's like taser versus gun, where in most instances people probably got shot by a gun?
Listen, if a cop is in any sort of a situation where a guy is threatening to him, then the guy should get tased. Absolutely. If they're in any situation where it looks like the guy is trying to physically harm them and they can taser that guy, fuck yeah. That's not what I'm talking about, man. I'm talking about people that have bad days and just taser people.
But you don't think they should totally take it off completely?
No, it's a good weapon for honest cops. Right. But the problem is there's too many people that use it just because they get pissed off or they want immediate respect. You know, there's guys that get out of control with any kind of any piece of power, anything, whether they're your landlord or your boss or a cop or anything. There's certain dudes that just cannot handle where they get to be the guy in control. They can't handle it. They go on ego trips. They're not satisfied enough with their own life. Well, most of them can. You know, you just got to figure out a way to weed out the shithead cops, and then tasers would be awesome.
Wow, I'm looking at photos of that guy that you were talking about, the gay guy.
Is he hot?
Him fucking guys. And
whoa,
stuff
hey,
like
he there. Allegedly. This could all be a big Photoshop scandal.
It could be a big Photoshop scandal for sure. No, that's crazy.
I say, who cares, man? It gives you extra motivation to not let that guy beat your ass. That's what I say. I say, good for him, man. But... you know,
don't ever talk shit on him.
I wonder, you know, what's going to happen as far as like sponsors and shit. Like, what if that guy's? That would be interesting to see if like sponsors got homophobic and didn't want to sponsor when he was having fights. You know, that would be kind of interesting. You know, They've never had that in the female side either. Have they ever had a female porn star? It turned out that she was like a lesbian porn star and she was fucking bitches up. Have they ever had that? I don't think so.
What's that one girl with the penis? China?
China. Did she do that? She didn't do MMA.
No, but she did WWF, didn't she?
Then she did porn afterwards.
Oh, I thought it was... never mind. You're right.
Yeah. She's doing some porn. So if you feel like beating off to that, go right ahead.
That's crazy.
You can go get that. I think it was like a high-end movie too, right? Like a Vivid or something like that, right?
Probably.
Yeah. Something along those lines, I think. Deep Inside China or some shit. You know, it's always some silly name.
Deep in China.
Yeah, but she never had MMA fights. I don't know. I don't think she was a lesbian either.
Panda XX Express.
Yeah. She became a porn star after her success as a wrestler. It's fucking hard business, man. Getting thrown around like that. There's probably very few jobs out there that tax your body like a pro wrestler. You watch those dudes fucking slamming chairs into each other and shit. Like, holy fuck. That does not look fun. That looks like... That's fucking nutty, man.
Yeah, brother.
All those dudes have like fake hips now and fucking repaired discs and, you know, like Hulk Hogan, that poor guy, he's had a whole bunch of surgeries. He's just the size of him, you would think it would be difficult to live life. Like the weight, just walking around with all that, he's enormous. Like people don't realize how big Hulk Hogan is. That's a fucking giant man. I met him, the first time I ever met him, dude, he had cowboy boots on. He was out in front of the cigar. There's like a Havana room in Beverly Hills. And I guess he was into cigars. And I passed by him on the street. And, dude, he's a fucking mountain of a man. Just carrying all that weight around. It's got to be brutal on your back and your knees. Never mind like, people throwing you through the fucking air.
No, thank you.
Huge in Japan, by the way. Pro wrestling's enormous.
Still?
Yeah, Ariel Helwani was going to hang out with us one night, but before he went out, he wanted to go and check out some pro wrestling thing. And by the time he came out, I was already asleep. But it was the like local pro wrestling. They're like really into this like crazy wild pro wrestling style. And they have American MMA fighters come over and do matches. Like they had Tim Sylvia had a match with Jerome LeBanner. They have a pro wrestling match. And it's almost like they're really fighting choreographed fights, but they have to eat shots. Like Jerome LeBanner, like kicked Tim Sylvia in the stomach. Like it's like real shit, man. They're really hitting each other too. Not full blast, but enough so you're like, holy shit, this is hard stuff. And they use like real submission holds, you know. It's pretty wild. Like a lot of the guys that do like pro wrestling also fight. It's kind of crazy. Like that's where I guess Sakuraba, who's one of the most famous Japanese mixed martial artists ever, he actually has his roots are in pro wrestling. You know, but he could really fight. You know, so he would do all that, you know, choreographed shit, but he could do it to you if he wanted to as well. You know.
Do you think Rampage is done?
No, I think he had a knee injury, apparently. Apparently his doctor had told him not to fight. Like, you know, people want to poo-poo this, and you don't know. You know, people like would say, oh, he just pussied out. He pussied out. It looked like he just wanted to get a paycheck. I heard a lot of different things like that, and I disagree entirely. I think he was in a situation where he wanted to put on a great show. I know that it was like super important for him to fight in Japan. So if he fought, regardless of the fact that he hurt his knee like that, you know, and you look at how all the pieces point to that. He was 211 pounds at weigh-in, so that means something was wrong, that he couldn't train. Something was wrong, and that's why he couldn't cut the weight. Because you need to do it. When you're cutting a lot of weight like Rampage, he's going down from like 230 sometimes. And when you're doing that, you got to do that over a period of time where you're really smart about your calorie intake, and you're really smart about the amount of cardio you do. And you got to. There's a lot of getting in shape. That's a big part of that. You know, sometimes guys, when they come in heavy, the camp becomes more about losing the weight than it does about improving skills. And that's why, like guys like Anthony Johnson, they'll do better actually, and they look better when they go up a weight class. You know, in my opinion, because then all of a sudden they're not cutting nearly as much, and now they get to focus their entire training camp on actual skills. But that said, you know, it's an open debate. You know, there's different people know how to do it better than other people do. It's you know, the idea of, you know, one person having it figured out universally for every person who competes, that's never going to happen. You know. It's wild watching fights in Japan, though, isn't it?
I loved it. I really want to go back there. I really like. I'm thinking about like going back soon.
Yeah.
Just to.
Well, there's so much
hang out.
where we were at, like where the fights took place at the Saitama Super Arena.
Mhm.
There's so much history there, man. That place was like the place for all these fucking huge pride events, man. Just like the biggest, most historic ones ever. Like most of them went down there. There were some amazing fights that took place there. Like if you're like a martial arts historian, like I'm a geek, you know, I'm a martial arts geek, but you know, like going back and like looking at old prides and shit when Nogueira was on top. I still watch those to this day. I still watch. Like to me, that's like, you know, they're like movies that like are welcome old movies to watch. Like it's a work of art that I'm looking at. You know, when I watch like some of the old pride fights, they were fucking awesome. They were so fun. You know, so to be there in that place where all those fights went down, I was like, holy shit. This is a part of like, to me, like one of my favorite things to watch and be a part of mixed martial arts. This is like a historical event to me, you know. This is like, holy shit, like we're in the Saitama Super Arena in Japan where it all went down, you know. So it had definitely an extra charge because of that.
It's really cool how that arena actually expands.
Yeah.
Like you can make it bigger or smaller.
Yeah, the floor comes up too.
Yeah, the floor.
The floor
comes
can
up.
rise. The sides expand. Yeah, it's like super fucking high tech, man.
It was also weird seeing all the animation. Like I had said, like keep your eye out for the animation. There's animation everywhere, and it was like everywhere. Everywhere you look, there was little cartoons.
Yeah, well, you should say cartoons, not animation, because animation is motion. Yeah, but everywhere where people have businesses, they have like a cartoon pickle. Yeah, you know, that runs their business, or a kitty cat, or a fox.
A lot of cats.
Bears, like teddy bears, like that run your company's represented by a big smiley teddy bear.
Yeah, and even like the description on the toilet, like, you know, showed like a kid like reaching in there, and there would be like this cartoon of the character crying and stuff.
And the cartoon telling you not to like stick your mouth on the toilet seat where the water comes out. They don't want anybody hovering their head over and just drinking the shit water. Oh God. Yeah, because who knows? I mean, if you take a giant dump on the jets, just some monster dump, you know, maybe some of that shit still sticks to the little hose. It doesn't quite got it all off, and then your kids in there drinking it out of it like a fountain. They get some horrible disease. There's also having your poop in their mouth.
It was also weird seeing the Starbucks cups. Like everything was smaller in Japan. Like the venti iced coffee in America, you know, is like, I don't know, it's like a size of
20 ounces.
20 ounces. Yeah, there the venti was a small. What we have is a small here.
The venti coffee is just fucking crank. You might as well just go take crank. You get a venti Starbucks, somebody might as well just give you a line.
I get Trenta. I get Trenta add shots every day.
What?
Every single day.
So Trenta's 30 ounces of iced coffee
and
with shots.
2 shots usually every day.
You're like numb to caffeine, huh?
Yeah, I just do that once, and that wakes me right the fuck up. I don't like that groggy part in the morning. I want to be like awake. I want to be able to drink a beverage and be like, all right, I'm good.
You know what you should do?
Work out, man.
Yep, perform a series of exercises. Force yourself to do chin-ups, push-ups, and bodyweight squats every morning. You'll wake right the fuck up.
Do some jiu-jitsu with a gay guy.
You don't have to do jiu-jitsu with gay guys.
Trust me. You just do a little bit of 30 minutes jiu-jitsu with a gay guy, you're right awake.
Make sure you keep your base. Make sure you don't let him take you back.
I kept on thinking... Oh, wait, we already talked about this. Never mind.
What?
Never mind.
Well, tell me.
No, I don't want to say it now.
What are you scared of?
It was really cool having that dude from House of Pain in there. My friends all growing up were just huge House of Pain fans. That's all they listened to nonstop and smoked weed. Like he's very connected with the weed.
What are you talking about? Everlast?
I'm sorry. I meant Be Real. What did I say? Everlast?
You said House of Pain.
Oh.
You meant Cypress Hill.
Cypress Hill. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you silly fuck. They're not the same.
You're
racist.
I get them confused.
You're racist.
I get them.
Why do you get them confused?
I don't know. They just same timeline where they kind of came out at the same time. They kind of had. They used to have kind of the same sounds. You know, like I used to mix them up a lot.
I've done that before with Blink 182 and someone else. I forget who the other band was. Green Day. They're all together to me. Just the names, I don't know what it was. Obviously, I know they have totally different music, but the names, every now and then, for whatever reason, you have a misfire in your brain, and you've connected someone with the wrong person for like a couple of months,
right?
And then you have to relearn it, and when you relearn it, sometimes it doesn't take. You're like, wait a minute, what? Okay, oh yeah, that's the other band. That's the other band. Oh yeah.
What's the other band the band that used to sing out? Take me past the breakers, watch the.
Oh yeah. We can live beside the ocean. Oh man, I'm fucking dying over here. They were great. That was that song Santa Monica. Everclear.
Everclear. I got him that mixed up with Everlast Alive.
Oh yeah, well I could see how that would happen.
Yeah.
That guy had some badass fucking music though. I love that guy. Where is that guy?
I don't know. He bleached his hair a lot though.
Yeah.
I wonder if he still bleaches it.
He probably overdosed on pussy. That song was too good for a man like that. He's out there with that fucking awesome song in the world. You know, out of nowhere, boom, a tsunami of hot pussy comes at you because of your wonderful music.
Right.
Probably couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Who could blame the fella? That's what I always assume. When anything happens and a dude gets off track, you know, like someone who you really used to enjoy and they get off track, you always feel like it's some Jan Michael Vincent tsunami of pussy. I just threw him off track. Just partied way too hard, got way too fucked up. You know, that's the argument that the people that are in counseling and in rehabilitation for alcohol and drugs, that's the argument that these people will always use. It's the people that fall apart. It's the people that take whatever and just blow their fucking heads out. What they're missing is how many people are making life so much more interesting. Can you imagine how much less interesting life would be if you were sober all the time? Do you not understand? Like, there's some people that have never had a drunk fuck with their ex-girlfriend where you're like 23 years old and you text her in the middle of the night and she responds and you're like, what are you doing, you dirty bitch? And she responds back, I'm waiting for you to come over here and fuck me. And you're like, oh shit, it's on. And you go there and you're like, you know, you've probably been broken up for a long time. You never expected to fuck her. And on top of it, she's just as drunk as you. And you just, and this doesn't mean anything. No, this doesn't mean nothing. It's not mean we're getting back together. Nope, we're just doing this, right? And boom. You don't do that without being drunk. That's one of the most beautiful moments in life, and you don't even get there without being drunk. Because if you're not drunk, then you go, listen, she's just not for what I'm looking for right now, and even though my emotions are telling me to go visit her, my rational mind is saying, this is not a smart move. I got to just move on. I got to be positive. I got to get my shit done. You have a couple shots of Jack Daniels. You start fucking thinking crazy. You have a tequila. You want to do one more tequila? I'm not scared. And that fourth tequila hits, boom. Let me just text this bitch real quick. Do you know how many people would not have that moment if it wasn't for alcohol? Yeah. So how could you say just because a few people die, the rest of us shouldn't live awesome lives? Flavored by alcohol. You know, a lot of the fun shit that happens is flavored by alcohol. People need to accept it's a great drug. It's not the best. No, it's not. But it's good for a lot of shit. And it makes things fun sometimes.
It definitely opens up doors that you normally wouldn't open because you, of whatever reason. Yeah. Like that's why you're dancing inside a nightclub.
Having a fucking great time, too, by the way. Yeah. Dancing, having a great time. You know? Laughing your ass off. High-fiving your friends. You know? Hammered. It's not bad. It's not bad. You got to be careful of your health. Okay, you got to drink a lot of water. You got to make sure you don't do it too often. You don't want to jolt your system. You want to give yourself plenty of time to recover. Take your vitamins. But every now and then, don't be a pussy. Have a drink. Come on, man. Just a little shoddy poo here or there.
Shoddy poo.
It's one of the things I always respected about Anthony Bourdain. Quit heroin. Didn't quit booze.
I blacked out in Japan every night I was there, I think. I fucking... Yeah, that last night, I went super deep.
I got disciplined, son. I know how to use it. I know when it's not time for me to get drunk.
I was doing the robot in a packed nightclub in Japan just because I knew no one would say shit to me.
But it was nice. Yeah. My time was so, I was so fucked up. Like we just got in for folks who don't realize. Yeah. We got in yesterday.
I'm feeling it this time. I didn't feel it going there, but I feel it coming back. Like yesterday I just couldn't. I woke up today at 7 a.m.
Yeah, it's completely confusing. Your brain is like, what is going down here? It takes, you know what helps? Melatonin. Melatonin is great for resetting you. It's a natural thing. It's natural, but don't go to Dubai with it. Because you go to Dubai with people who've been arrested for it.
Sleeping thing.
Yeah, well, it's a natural supplement.
Right.
I don't know how they make it. I'm saying it's a natural supplement as if I'd fucking looked into it deeply, but quite honestly, I've just used it.
I use green tea extract.
But that has caffeine in it, Brian. Are you serious?
For relaxation.
Do you really?
Not for sleeping.
But, okay, you relax with caffeine? You just drink so much caffeine. The caffeine that's in green tea like can't fuck with the shit that you get from a 30-ounce Starbucks.
Not green tea extract. What's it called? It's not green tea. It's the other one. It's some leaf green leaf
You don't even know what you take. You just grab things and barely stay awake and just take them.
I buy my shit on Amazon and just keep on rebuying it.
Have you ever thought of getting on like Adderall or some shit just to see if it's for you?
Adderall? No. I don't think I need that. Well, I might need it a little bit, but I've tried Adderall before, and it just felt like cocaine to me.
Really?
Yeah. It didn't help anything.
If you went to a doctor, though, I bet they'd give it to you.
Yeah, but see, you've experienced me mostly super stoned out of my mind. Like retarded stoned. I just smoke like, I don't know how much weed.
Well, we had to. We had to hold up.
I mean, when you're with...
We had to represent. We were having a podcast with Be Real from Cypress Hill. I love Be Real. And we had classic stoner conversation, talking about things that scared the fuck out of us, talking about crazy animals in other countries. Where are you going, fella? Oh, well, you just got up in the middle of us talking. Didn't even say, I'm going to go get some water. So for folks who are tuning into this and like, what happened to the other part of the podcast? The Be Real podcast accidentally got onto Red Band's channel. You know, no big deal. He just fucked up again, but it's all right. And it's totally going to be available. It just you can't watch it live, obviously, because it's over. But it'll be available on the Ustream page, and it'll also be available on the Vimeo page, which is whatever it is. What is it? Vimeo.com, Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Joe Rogan. Just go to your website. That's where you find all the videos and
go to joerogan.net. You can find everything. We hung out with the starter and owner and what is he? He's the founder of Ustream.
Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah, Brad was cool.
So nice, and Ohio State Buckeye.
Yeah, very good dude. He was a fun guy to hang out with. Wish we had more time to hang out with him. He was cool. Wish I had more time.
We'll meet him again.
You think so?
Yeah.
Wow, that'd be awesome.
He also... No, I don't want to say that.
What yeah. What? Secrets?
No. You want to smoke some weed from this new bong?
No, I'm scared. That's that jet pipe thing? Yeah. Why would you want more weed right now? Well, that doesn't even make sense unless you're trying to do some product endorsement type thing.
They were nice to send it.
Well, just tell everybody about it then. The jet water pipe.
This is a jet bong that these two guys, or I think two guys, are friends, and they decided to start a company. And so they made this. We talked about before. They made like a Dyson vacuum cleaner type bong, like meaning they just engineered it really well. And like when you hit it, you don't pull it, you like push it down.
Well, what it is you don't have to put your finger over a hole anymore. They've eliminated that. They figured out a way to do it like mechanically with a little spring. The only question that I had was that the bowl was made out of what is that stuff? What is the stuff the bowl's made out of?
I don't know. It's interesting.
It looks like it's acrylic, right?
It's something weird. Yeah, I would say acrylic.
Well, is that okay to light on fire and smoke?
I don't know.
I would wonder.
I'm sure they probably figured that out.
I would hope, but I don't know. You know, you never know. And the other question would be, if they didn't, would it be possible to make something that would fit in there that was made out of glass, where you wouldn't have that issue?
Yeah.
Because somebody brought that up. I didn't even think about it. Somebody brought it up on the message board.
Why would
acrylic
be bad to light though?
This is plastic. Or why would it be good to breathe melted plastic?
Well, I don't think it melts. I think that's the point of what.
It may not, but what if it gets some sort of a chemical residue on your marijuana? Is that possible? I think it is.
I'm sure they wouldn't choose that if it was.
I would say they wouldn't either, but you know, sometimes it takes a long time before people find out things do fucked up things to them. Like for instance, it took them a while before they figured out that if you have plastic bottles of water and they are in the sun, that it actually can. Are you like doing that on camera so that you?
So what? I got a license.
So you look cool.
No, I was just showing the release thing, so I didn't have to pull out the pipe like a normal bong.
What he's saying, for the folks that are only listening to this on audio, is that it's got some sort of a thing on the bottom where you can clear out the whole bong by hitting a little. You pull down like a little lever. But I mean, I would assume that if sun and bottled water, if the plastic can emit chemicals and then it gets in your bottled water when you leave it in the sun, then I would think that if you're heating up weed over some plastic or acrylic, whatever, I mean, is it technically plastic? I guess it is.
I don't even know what it is.
I don't know what it is either. But I would think that that's not good. I didn't even think of it until somebody pointed it out.
The company on their website says that the bowl is ceramic coated and it works fine with and you can also have 14 millimeter glass on glass attachments, so that they tell you that the size of the attachment, you could actually put glass attachments on there if you wanted to use.
Problem solved. There you go. Yeah, I would think that glass would be the way to do it, because you know the glass is not going to melt. Give you some residue. Isn't it amazing that they make glass with fucking heat? Think about how goddamn hot it has to be. You know, when was the last time you saw glass melt because you had a candle over it? You know, it'd be hot as fuck to melt glass.
Oh, and I was thinking about the amino acid found in green tea earlier that I take. It's I-theanine.
So it's an extract.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
I never heard of that. But melatonin, apparently, there's a woman, I think she was an executive of Brillstein Gray, something like that, some big like production company or something like that. And she was going over to Dubai for business, and she got arrested for having melatonin in her suitcase. Like, they viewed melatonin as a drug. And another guy got arrested because there was some sort of an issue with his visa, so they made him take a drug test, and he tested positive for poppy seeds because he had a poppy seed bagel, and that's testing positive for heroin.
Yeah,
poppy and heroin, like you can be arrested.
A lot of people
poppy seeds. And having it in
but
your
you have
system.
to eat a lot. Like this. I forget the lady who got some Olympic chick, I think, where she ate like 2 or 3 bagels a day or something like that, and that's why she came up with that. I think
that's true, Brian. I think the new sophisticated tests.
Well, this was like 10 years ago when this happened.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway, whatever had happened, this guy got in trouble for a poppy seed bagel, and then another guy got arrested because he had a particle of weed stuck to the bottom of his shoe, and they detected it. Some Rastafarian-looking dude, and they arrested him. Like, they do not fuck around in some countries when it comes to their drug laws. So don't be going over there with melatonin.
Isn't it weird that, like, we don't take off our shoes? Like, we walk around, we step on shit, we step on weed, we step on needles, we step on everything. Then we go and step on our carpet, and then we have our kids climb on that carpet with nothing on it.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? That's why Japanese take off their shoes in their houses.
They're smarter.
In their house.
But meanwhile, they're all walking around with masks on.
Yeah, and that's smarter.
Is it?
Yeah.
No. Do you know why? Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
cedar trees, for folks who don't know, because they weren't there with us. They planted a lot. According to our driver, and we've done no outside research whatsoever, but he said the reason why all these people were wearing surgical masks, a big part of it was hay fever that they got from cedar allergies. Like hay fever, cedar, some sort of a cedar allergy, and that cedar trees were introduced to Japan after World War II, and 30%, as many as 30% of Japanese people are allergic to cedar.
And that's because they burn in the war. They burned down their houses, and the big fire of Japan, and they had to rebuild all their houses. So I think they planted those trees because they had so many houses to rebuild.
And people are allergic to cedar. It's really crazy.
And also, it was because they also feel that, like, if you have a cold, like if you are going to work sneezing a little, that you should wear one. That's it's your responsibility. And it's rude if you sneeze without one of these on. So that's why it's weird walking around. It's like probably 30 or 40% of the people look like they just had those masks on.
There was
weird.
It's very different than us. They're like, again, their culture is like you have to take care of your own shit, and you're much more polite. We saw no homeless people whatsoever.
Yeah, none.
Yeah.
Zero.
It was really interesting.
And the cops are on these little stations, and they just sit at a desk, like a help desk. Like kind of like when you go to a mall and they have like that little desk where you can, that's kind of like I got lost at one point and I went to this cop and he drew me a map. He spoke no English. I spoke no Japanese, and he knew what I was trying to do and sent me to the wrong hotel, and I walked 2 extra miles, but he still spent the time to draw me a map to the wrong hotel at least.
Yeah, no, they're super helpful. It's different. Why don't you fucking move there then, queer?
I would move to Japan.
Yeah, you want gay fighters and you want to live in Japan. Go be gay in Japan.
We met a lot of podcast fans that lived in Japan, which was so awesome. It was
crazy. Yeah, a lot of people that came to the fights.
Yeah.
That's one of the coolest things about the podcast. It's available everywhere. It's free. You can get it. It's not, you don't have to. It's not a reach. We make it as available as possible. I'm so glad that we did that because it totally turned out to be the right move.
My mom saw me on TV. My mom was flipping through the channels and just happened to catch me on the fights in the audience on like Spike or not FX. What is it on now? Yeah, FX.
Yeah, FX.
And my mom's like, holy shit, that's Brian right on the TV. And so she watched me. But what was so funny is how quiet it was. And one of the fans go, Red Band. And it was like everybody could hear it in the whole place. And he goes, Olive Garden. And the whole thing, everyone heard that. That's how quiet it was at UFC.
But you don't really, you could not imagine, if you've never been to a Japanese sporting event, how quiet it can be while the fight is going on, how respectful they are.
It's amazing.
Yeah. It's amazing.
I love. Do you want to go back to Japan?
I do, but I like Brazil too, man. Brazil, they go nuts, man. That's wild too. I don't know, man. Brazil was fun. People were very nice. The food was fantastic. People were really fun and friendly. It was a total opposite as far as like the outgoingness People are very outgoing and although very friendly as well in Brazil, just much more outgoing and loud and having fun and laughing a lot. I might have more fun in Brazil than in Japan.
Well, I'm on Team Japan, so.
Well, Brazil, they're not going to make you cover up your tattoos if you want to go swimming. You know what I'm saying? They're more laid back. That's more my kind of place. But although Japan was amazing. But overall, one of the things about traveling, one of the things that I find out when I come back is America is the shit.
Yeah.
What a great place to live. There's so much cool stuff here as far as like cool like bands to see, cool art to see, cool comics to see, cool movies. Everywhere you go, by the way, they're fucking American movies that are dubbed over in other countries. I mean, in Japan, we went to the movie theater. It was like 4 out of 5 movies were American movies that had been dubbed over in Japanese.
And all the posters were slightly changed, like the Mission Impossible poster looks slightly changed.
Yeah,
I think to make it look more like he was Japanese and stuff. It was awesome.
Well, it was a little bit in the shadows, a little bit, but look, it's fucking awesome hanging out there. No doubt. But America's my favorite fucking country ever. Damn. Even though it's fucked up and corrupt and filled with cunts at the very top, what it embodies as far as like what we're capable of producing, America produces some fucking fun shit. A lot of fun art, man. Like what I told you when I saw Honey Honey last night. I was like, God damn, this is they're like such an American badass creative band, but it's so like the style is so American. There's so many good parts of this country, as far as like stand-up comedy goes, and it's like, movies and artwork. Stop that, Brian. But we're run by cunts. It's like you got to figure out a way to balance that out. I wonder if that's the only way you can get so many crazy, wild, creative people in a spot. You have to have it be run like cunts. And the cunts that run it, they suppress everybody, and then the art just blossoms out of that suppression left and right. Because when I go to a place like Japan that's so polite and so nice, and they're so disciplined, and I'm like, man, yeah, but when was the last time you saw like how many people are lining up for Japanese stand-up comedy? I mean, is it really popular all over the world? Is there like master Japanese musicians that we don't know about? I mean, why is it everywhere we're going we're listening to American music? Is it that the way to get really popular, really exciting artwork is to suppress the youth early on, so they're fighting against it, and that's where rock and roll comes from, rebellion, and that's where the truth that very few people would have the balls to say. Is that where it comes from? Does it come from fighting against someone who's suppressing you? And does it not come naturally when everybody is respectful like the Japanese? I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm just trying to be like a social scientist checking this all out. But it is fascinating when you see, like, there's no way of making a Joey Diaz in Japan. You know what I'm saying?
That would be kind of cool to see, though. Wouldn't you like to see
Japanese Joey Diaz here, cocksucker? Yeah. Hi, my left nut, dick. Listen, where's the weed? I don't care if it's illegal down here, cocksucker. I know you got it. No, it's 2012. Nobody surviving without weed, dog. Nobody. Not any spot in the globe. Hi. So polite. Hi. As polite as possible. I'm here to help you.
That would be funny if he went to a different sounding high, like his voice got really high. Hi.
As it goes on. Yeah, that really sucks that Joey can't go to other countries because of his record when he was young.
Could you imagine him in Japan? That would be so
amazing. Well, I would like
amazing.
to bring him to England. They would never have him in England, and they wouldn't have him in Canada. No way. Canada is really strict.
Right.
Canada is like a boat over a sea of douchebags. I'm
glad I can still go there.
I mean, and again, ladies and gentlemen of America, I just told you how much I love America. America's not all douchebags. It's a small percentage, but there's a lot of us. So if there's 300 million people and 10% of the people are douchebags, do the math. That's a lot of goddamn douchebags. Would you want that bubbling underneath you, sneaking across the borders to fuck your women, light things on fire, then sneak back over in the night? No. Got to check out people's fucking records. And anybody even remotely shady. Canada's like, nah, we're good. We're good. Drunk driving, nah, we're good. I only did it once. Yep, that's okay. Bye. Go back home. Get out of here. You're a crazy person. You're affiliated with crazy activity. You fucked something up.
Too bad we couldn't do comedy in Japan.
Would have been fascinating, but we might have got arrested. When we start talking about flinging loads on the hotel, they're like, hi, you?
Hi.
Which hotel are you staying? You know, you talk, all the people would be thinking, like, oh my God, what if I'm staying in the hotel where this guy's flinging loads in the walls? Right?
Yeah,
so
Spider-Man
maybe they
in
would
Japan.
arrest you. They would arrest you. Don't say that, Brian.
Oh,
Because
really?
I'm responsible for you. I'm
Spider-Man.
taking care of your fucking hotel room. It's under my credit card. Don't go around
I
saying
didn't
that
Spider-Man
you
in
defiled.
Japan.
Okay,
I
well, you
didn't
make it clear that you
Spider-Man.
didn't. Because
I
this
didn't.
goes out on the internet.
I definitely did not Spider-Man
good.
in Japan.
Don't ever do that. Not when you're staying with me. I want to get arrested. Some maid walks in at the exact moment, and she has her eye open when your load falls from the ceiling, and she doesn't expect it, and it drops right in her eye. And she gets eye aids.
A treat.
Yeah.
A treat for my face.
She gets some eye aids from your dirty, rotten cum, 6-hour cum, long dead sperms. How long does sperms live outside the body?
I don't know, but I need to find that.
Can she shoot a load on a girl's tits, and could she stuff it in her pussy and get pregnant?
Yeah, see, I always wondered
scoop it
about
up?
that. Like, there was definitely times where, like, in the past where, like, I would have sex and then,
We need
like,
to find that out.
like, I would, like, take off the condom and just throw it on the ground or something like that.
Uh-oh.
And then I thought, like, hey, I just left her house. What if she took that cum and she wanted a baby so much that she just, like, started stuffing it in her pussy? And
I know a girl who did that.
Really?
Yeah, it was a sister of a girl that I knew. Yeah, she actually did that. She saved the condom, and she tried to stuff it back inside of her body.
That's
after
crazy.
He left.
So how long does it last?
She stuffed it back in, and she told her sister. She stuffed it in her body after the guy left.
Wow.
How long does sperm live after ejaculation? Let's find out, shall we? It says the lifespan of a sperm after ejaculation depends on environmental conditions. Sperm ejaculated into a woman's vagina can live in a woman's reproductive tract for up to 5 days or perhaps even
5
longer.
days?
Mm-hmm. Fertilization is possible as long as the sperm remains alive.
I need to make a phone call real quick.
Ejaculated outside the body may only survive minutes to a few hours. May survive only minutes to a few hours. So if you got some crazy survivor man sperm, they might be able to last for hours, and she could scoop it out of her condom and stuff it in her box.
Wow.
And then you got a baby, whether you like it or not. All she needs is a turkey baster. Stick it up in her little twat, and that's it. So you got to tie up your sperm. You know what you should do? You should have a sacrifice. You should bring lighter fluid every time you fuck. So it'd be such a badass move. After you fuck a girl, you pull the condom off, you tie it at the end, you throw it in the sink, you throw lighter fluid on it, and you throw a match on it. You walk away with your back to it.
Or tie it in the condom and just bite it and burst it in your mouth.
No, you got to turn your back like that scene in Wolverine where he blew up the car behind him. The explosion, like the Fear Factor demos where they had me like standing there and there's an explosion behind me. I'm supposed to look like, no big deal. There's just an explosion behind me. Dun, dun, dun. Part of one of the things that I was doing when I was doing those promos, I was doing a couple of them. I was thinking, God, I can't wait, because if this show gets canceled, I have so much new material. My God. It's one of the reasons why I can't wait for two things. One, I can't wait until I start my new special, because I'm on April 20th in Atlanta. I've decided I'm gonna do that my special.
That's cool.
That's where I'm gonna film it. Yeah, it should be fun. And when I decided, well, as soon as Fear Factor's officially fucking totally absolutely canceled.
When will you know it?
I think it is. I think I've gotten an email from them saying that it is, but I don't know if I can talk shit about it yet. I don't know.
You probably can't. You probably have like a 3-year clause.
I don't know. I have to find out. And it wouldn't be shit. I mean, negative shit. But it would be. There's so many interesting things to talk about. It was a fascinating thing to do. That this was one of the weirder seasons. Like while I was doing a lot of things, I was like, wow, I can't wait to talk about this. This is fucking nuts. Behind the scene nuts. All of it just weird. Wow. It's a fucking weird gig, man. To do it again after 5 years was so surreal. And if it's not canceled, or if it's not canceled, I'm gonna be forced to do more of them. You know, I'd be happy just to have everybody back together and do a show that I think some people liked. But if it doesn't do it, I'm happy with that too. I actually, even though it's a great job, it's still a job. Like there's such a difference between doing a podcast, doing stand-up comedy, and doing the UFC, and then going and doing a job. You know, when you go and do a job, it's like, it's awesome to have this job. Like, holy shit, what a great job. But man, there's nothing like living a life where you just follow your passions. And like one of the things I started realizing when I started doing Fear Factor, I was like, damn, I already had it nailed. I already had it where I was like, everything I was doing, I enjoyed. I wasn't really working. I was just, my time was committed to doing all this cool stuff. But in fact, none of it was working. You know, although I take my job at the UFC very seriously, and it's an honor to work there, and I love calling fights. And I don't even like other sports. That's how much I love doing it. It's still when I get there and do it, it never feels like work. Never. It's like there's never a moment when like a fight's about to begin where I wish I was somewhere else. It's so fucking fun and crazy. You know, so to be able to do that, that's a job. And then stand-up comedy, same thing. I mean, how much fun is stand-up? You know, it's that you're doing it now. You know what it's like. It's fun as hell. The act of making people laugh, you're making them feel better. You're making them happy. You're giving them like a charge of good energy. You know, and I'm addicted to it too. There's nothing more fun than watching like your friends kill and you're fucking howling at some new bit and you're like, oh shit, did you hear his new bit? Like Duncan fucking floored me. I don't want to say the bit. Because I want people to see it this weekend. I don't want to even give up the premise because it's one of those when you start giving up the premise, you give up a lot of the power of the joke. But god damn, I heard it and I was like, holy fuck, that's good. I love comedy. It's the most fun fucking thing. It really is. We're so lucky. It makes you wonder if we're in the Matrix. It makes you wonder. You know, maybe we're like Joey Pants and we just made some fucking crazy deal to have, all right, I want to work, but I want everything to be cool. Everything I do is going to be fun. No jobs that suck. It's impossible for everybody to do that, though. That's the real problem. You can't have a society based on everybody doing awesome shit. Unless what everybody's awesome shit varies, right? Like some people, it's got to be awesome to work at In-N-Out Burger. You know what I mean? Or no, right? Because that's like part of the process of becoming whoever the fuck you want to become. You have to go through some shit menial jobs to kind of understand what labor's really like.
Or find out what you want to do. Yeah. I think that's more of it. Like I grew up most of my life, like what do I want to do really? Like I like to draw. That's all I like to, right. You know, that's all I can say. You know,
I have to thank a fucking high school art teacher for being a douchebag. Because if it wasn't for him being a douchebag, I probably never would have became a fighter or a comic. You know, I wanted to be an artist, but my high school art teacher was such a clam.
Imagine rewinding your life and you living your life as an artist. What if you were like a badass, crazy artist?
I would have enjoyed it. Look, I think I would have enjoyed life, period. But I definitely would have. I think one of the most important things for me, for my body type, my brain type, is to find some exertion, martial arts, something where I physically exert myself, yoga, something where I figure out something to center my body. The only thing that I would ever worry about doing something like, you know, being an artist is that you're sitting at a desk a lot of hours.
Draw upside down.
No, Brian, stop it. I feel it when I write. When I write for like a couple days in a row when I'm like working on some shit, you know, I feel like after sitting in front of a computer for a long period of time, I feel super uncomfortable. My neck starts fucking cracking. I start moving and popping shit. Just not healthy. Yeah. You remember when we were coming back and we were looking at these guys at in L.A.? When you land, you know, there's the TSA. They have a goddamn laboratory out where they're checking your food. You know, the contrast between the way they are in Japan, the way they are in America is really stark. It's really obvious. They had like microscopes and shit and beakers and refrigerators and I mean it was really nuts. They were testing things and pulling people's strawberries apart, chopping them up and throwing them into some fucking blender, and pouring things on them.
I don't know if it was a blender. I think it was like some kind of light that they were seeing how it reacts to like a light to see if there's any growth on something or
there was a little of that. They poured weird. A solution on it too. I don't know what the solution was, but you know everybody's like super suspicious. Like they opened up every little piece of all these little people's luggage, you know, and it was always people they looked, you know, like smaller, brownish sort of people. They looked like, you know, they came from somewhere like South America maybe or Mexico or something like that.
Or Miami.
Or could be Miami. Miami, they're tall and tan. They're not as compact. These were like compact, like hard-working people. Yeah. And they were checking their fruit. You know, they wanted to bring home some goddamn fruit, but I don't think you're allowed to.
Yeah, they were cutting the fruit up and looking at every single piece. It was so weird.
It's just so weird that we have fucking... I mean, it's important, I guess, because the rest of the world's kind of wacky. You know, there's a lot of spots that, like we were talking about Africa earlier, or you know, any part of the world that's in turmoil right now. There's a, you know, you gotta check, make sure you're allowing good people to come over here. You don't want a bunch of fucking nutbags come over here and ruin what we've got, which is pretty sweet. But man, what a stark contrast it is to Japan. Japan, they're so happy to see you. Hello, hello. You're like, yeah, I'm not a criminal. You're right. I'm just coming here to work. Thank you. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, my papers are in order. No, I don't have any fruit. Come on, man. Ha ha ha. Have a good day. Everybody's super nice. Why don't you go move there and suck all their dicks then?
Peace sign.
Bro.
Fucking love it. I want to go back.
That flight's a motherfucker,
though. Remember tea, milk, or what did I drink?
Oh, yeah, milk tea.
Milk tea. Don't get milk tea.
He grabbed something that looked like Thai iced coffee.
Yeah.
Thai iced coffee is delicious.
Great. Yeah, delicious.
And it looked like that. It looked like this is probably like a chocolatey, delicious sort of coffee, sweet.
Oh.
No, it was ass.
Yeah. What I say it tastes like? It tastes like straight up mulch or something.
Yeah, it tastes like leaves.
Oh, 100% leaf.
Remember when we went and got sushi? We had like the freshest, most radioactive sushi.
So good.
It was delicious.
I like how at first we were like all scared, like, all right, don't eat fruits and vegetables. And we're like, yeah, let's not do that. I got there
and I was like, listen, man, I'm just eating whatever the fuck I eat.
Yeah.
I take some potassium iodine and I'll be good.
He showed us also that our driver showed us that Tokyo Tower is crooked at the very top. It was crooked from the
well, there's wires to support it because the earthquake. It started falling over, so they had to support it with wires. So yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy. The earthquake moved that thing. Yeah, they have a lot of earthquakes there. That is something that they have to deal with in Tokyo.
And Mount Fuji.
You know what Brian Callen told me? May or may not be true. But Brian Callen told me, it totally makes sense, that the reason why they used to have paper houses there is because they have so many monsoons and typhoons that you didn't want your fucking house falling on you and killing you in the middle of the night.
Wow, really?
Yeah, because they had no accurate way of predicting the weather. So what they would do is they would just create very light houses. So if you get hit in the head with some balsa wood and paper, you're going to live. And that wakes you up, and then you're like, oh, we got to get out of here. And then you go to an underground location or some shit.
Is that why Japanese girls like have sex like, ay? Because
how do you know how Japanese girls have sex, Brian?
From porno, but because the walls are so thin, they had to sound like chipmunks or something outside because you would hear people have sex.
I was in my hotel room and I was flipping through the channels, and it was really interesting because it was all Japanese television, but there was English menus, and one of the menu items said pay. So I said, all right, well, this either how to pay my hotel bill or it's movies. And so I click on pay, and it immediately opens up with a dude with an anonymous mask banging a chick. And everything below the hips is blurry. Like, you can't see her pussy. You can't see his dick. There's just a mass of blurriness there. And he's like hitting it, but he's not hitting it like he's got a big dick. He's hitting it like he's got a little dick. So he's hitting it hard, but the strokes are super small. But he was just like this, and he had a mask on. So he has this mask on, and like that's pay. And that was on my bill. I saw that was on my bill. Pay movie. Yeah.
What?
I paid for that. I didn't know what it was. I thought I would get a menu. When I go through the menu and it says, here's your options. This, pay.
That's hilarious.
I thought, well, maybe there's some good movies you have to pay for. So I click. It doesn't say adult.
That's
it just
hilarious.
Says pay. Yeah. So I wound up watching this guy with an anonymous mask on.
How long was it on?
I only watched it for a few seconds before I come all over myself.
That's
screaming
hilarious.
Like a fucking Apache on a warpath. I watched it. I set the TV at an angle, and I set the bidet on, and I just beat off and hit the ceiling. No, I only watched it I wasn't looking for that. I could get that on the internet. Why would I watch their crappy
That's
porn?
So stupid.
So crappy. It was terrible. You're not allowed to look at pussies. It's like somehow or another somebody tricked them into thinking that the thing that you want to look at is bad. But you can know what they're doing, but it has to be all blurry down there. Like, wait a minute. Pixelation? I mean, was pixelation the green light for pornography? Didn't they have pornography before pixelation was available? What did they do? Did they just never focus on the pussy? Did one girl not like the way her pussy looked, and she talked some fucking emperor into making it so it's a law? You can't see a girl's pussy?
I think it's just disrespectful.
Is it? Or is it dudes that are really ashamed of their tiny little dicks? And so they just want it all blurred out. It could be magic. It could be giant.
You're right.
You know what I did watch this weekend that was pretty giant? What? I saw the Kim Kardashian sex tape. Somebody put it up on the message board. I'd actually never seen it before.
Oh, that's great.
I never watched it.
It's pretty powerful.
Well, what's powerful is the size of that guy's cock. Holy shit.
Yeah, because she really got fucked in it. That's what I like about it.
That young man has a goddamn weapon.
Yeah.
He's got a big dick. But she wasn't doing such a good job of sucking it. She's mostly hands.
Well, who cares about that?
Trickery. It's mostly trickery.
Why do you like blowjob videos?
Why do you care what anybody likes, you weirdo? You get upset if somebody likes something that you don't like.
Blowjob
Why do you
videos?
like redheads? Ew. Why do you like blowjobs? Ew. Do you understand
No,
that
I don't
for
understand
most
blowjob
men,
videos.
Do you understand that for most men, blowjobs are like the epitome of pleasure?
I know, but blowjob videos, that's just
They
weird.
like it. Why is that? Why is that
That's
weird? Why
like
is it
70% cock usually.
Why is that weird when you're watching guys fuck? Do you only like concentrate on the woman? Like focus
No,
on her
I like
positions?
seeing the girl definitely get fucked, but like with a blowjob video, it's all about this, like looking around it and cleaning it, and it's not really.
It's all about pretending it's your dick, stupid. You got a shitty way of looking at it. Either way, that's not you fucking that girl either. Do you see him whimpering? No, then that's not you.
I don't know. It's weird.
Do you see him just 3 strokes and out of breath? Then that's not you. You know that's not you.
It's like watching a guy have a girl finger
Why
his
watch
butthole.
guys fuck at all? Why watch guys fuck at all? Why not just all watch only lesbian porno and say, imagine if that was waiting for me on a planet somewhere and I was the only man and they would all be mine and they would fight over me. Watch, he's using the plastic. Just waiting for you to land on your little raft. Isn't that like a, what is it? What do you got there?
Like
You got
one
a
of
dick.
these. Look, it's brass knuckles on one side, and then a dildo on the other one.
What? What is the
So-
brass knuckles made out of? Plastic?
Huh? Yeah.
So there's 2 different types of plastic. There's a softer plastic that goes in the box.
It's pretty hard actually.
Is it?
Yeah, but I mean it's not. It's hard rubber. But then you like just fuck her pussy. with,
Where'd
like,
you get this from?
Put shit in there. I bought it.
Where?
I'm not saying my.
In
story.
Japan?
No.
So you're gonna use that on
No, but you had
Mrs.
2 girls.
Redband?
You have 2 girls do it for you.
Oh, and you stick it up your ass.
And
Is that what you're saying?
No. You just
You want to suck it, or what do you want to do?
no. You just slap them in the face with
You
your
wanna
dick
get slapped?
while they're doing it.
Oh, okay. So you slap them in the face with your dick while you pretend you're fucking them with a giant
No,
black
they're
dick.
fucking each other with that.
Oh, okay. That seems silly. That seems like you're missing the point of sex. You're letting some big rubber dick take over your turf. The rubber dick is getting laid, and you're just slapping girls in the face with your cock. That's ridiculous. The best thing is to get laid, Brian, and you've given that to a plastic dick. You've like, yeah, well, I know that it can never be as good as that. So just let her use the fake dick, and I'll just get my pleasure off on her face. Is that what it is?
No. I just get them all worked up until they need a real dick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So with that
It's like all about foreplay.
that giant fake dick just gets them worked up?
Yeah,
No, it gets
gets
them thinking about, man, there's a dick out there that's as big as this. I need to find that dick. It becomes like Indiana Jones and the Lost Dick. When women find out that it's possible that that giant dildo could be on a man, she's like, maybe I could love him. Maybe it's like my dream man. I don't even know. I'm just wasting my time with this average dick loser.
Or it makes it easier for them to have a baby, and they appreciate you fucking them with that and stretching it out for them.
I don't think so. I don't think any girl looks at it like that. I think she wishes it was a real dick. That's what she thinks. She wishes. God damn it. It's probably just some genetic thing inside their body that must feel so much better when the dick is just gigantic. That's why people have to say shit like size doesn't matter. That's ridiculous. Of course it matters. How could you say that? It's so foolish.
Well, I
It's
think
so foolish to say
Well-
that something that creates more friction is larger. It wouldn't be better.
Well, I do say that there is something to a certain point. I don't think there's much of a difference.
Especially
if it's fat and to a certain point, I think it hits a certain spot that even if it's larger, it doesn't need to be larger. I don't think girls want it deeper.
Some girls do. You're crazy.
I
I think
no,
girls want it deeper. I'm
mean-
pretty sure that's not even an option.
No, I mean like if it's like hey,
dicks.
do you want 8 inches or do you want 14? I think they would rather
Right.
say 8 inches.
Yeah, that's a good point. There's a certain point where it starts
Right.
hurting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Any
and then
girl.
there's some girls that don't enjoy having sex with guys because they're just slamming into their cervix.
Yeah.
So the end, they're like trying to stretch out their drum at the end. Bong, the meat drum at the end, they're just slamming into it.
That's why you have cock rings, that's like washers for the girl's asshole. So it stops you at a certain point, like a door stop. So
Yeah.
you won't hurt the girl, your lover.
It's a
You
good
got to
move.
find how many rings you need.
Good move. Cock ring stoppers.
Yeah,
Cock ring door
washers.
stop.
They're like
But then that
washers.
part of your dick would always be sad.
Huh?
Like, that part of your dick would always be sad. Like, what about us?
What squirts
Why
juice
is the
still
head?
in there?
Yeah, the whole dick wants in on the action. And apparently the deepest part of your dick is oftentimes the most sensitive, which is why it's camped out next to your balls. It's like super sensitive, just like your balls. That's why it feels so good to go all the way in there. And what it is this Mother Nature trying to set you up so that you definitely have kids. Mother Nature trying to pitch the sperm as close to the eggs as possible, knowing that these Rambo spermatozoas have a 5-day lifespan if they're the best Navy SEAL type hold their breath sperm ever.
That's crazy about 5 days. Because
Yeah.
sometimes I'll be like, all right, baby, since you're on your period, I'm going to come in you, you
Yeah.
know? And then you're like, wait, in 5 days, she might be off her period and there might still be cum in her if she
might
doesn't
be
scoop it out.
ovulating. Yeah, that's why the rhythm method is very tricky.
Yeah.
When you shooting a load inside a chick because you're pretty
Yeah.
sure she's not ovulating. Ooh, that's tricky, son.
Yeah.
That's why Irish people have so many kids. It's a lot of it. The rhythm method. Those are for real. Irish Catholic. You know, in Catholics aren't supposed to use birth control. Birth
Right.
control's not good.
Huh.
Yeah, isn't that funny? It's hilarious. I mean, think about all these overpopulated places in Latin America, Mexico, Catholics. You know, they don't want them using birth control. It's pretty ridiculous. That's
It
a bunch
is.
of hater bullshit. Stopping a guy from using a condom? How dare you?
Like if you come on something and then a girl sits on it, are you responsible for that child?
It's a good question. I bet you are. I bet if you came on a table and she scooped it up and stuffed it in her snatch, I bet she could probably say, you know, hey, you know, this is what he wanted. This fantasy was for me to get pregnant by stealing a sperm.
That seems as crazy that you have to have responsibility for a liquid.
Well, it's crazy that you have to have responsibility for a chemical process that results in a life.
Yeah.
When if someone stole your sperm,
Right.
yeah,
Or if you just cummed on a bed and then you had a friend over and
Right.
she took off her clothes.
clearly
and sat
it
on
wasn't your intention to get a girl pregnant.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, you shouldn't be responsible. But
No.
then you would have to have like a transcript of the night to prove
Yeah.
that you didn't actually just come inside of her and just going, I came on the bed.
Yeah, but that should be proved either way. You know? It
How's
should-
that?
Meaning, like, if you're going to say that you had sex, you have to have proof for that also instead of having
Well,
sitting
most of
on
the
it.
time when people have sperm in them, it's because they had sex, Brian.
Yeah, I know,
That
but
seems to be the thing that you shouldn't have to prove.
In court, though, you think you would have to prove it either way.
Well,
anyways.
I don't know. That doesn't seem fair to the girl. How's she going to prove that? Then girls will just start setting up cameras, hidden cameras in
how would
everybody's room.
guys prove that she just sat on your cum that was on your bed? That's hard.
Well, you would have to have a video, you ejaculating on the bed, and then like some hidden camera.
We should be able to record us having sex then for the same reason.
Well, imagine if it comes down to that. Imagine it comes down to every time you have sex, you have to record it just so everybody knows that no rape crimes took place.
Right.
Nothing creepy took place. So the government would have just like a massive database of people fucking. Just make sure. Look, we had some behind closed doors rapes going on, and we had to stop them because of like 10 rapes in a city. Everybody has to get their self filmed while they fuck.
If for educational purposes, you're allowed to view
Yeah.
it.
And could you imagine if you had one of those clips on that you wear, you know, that fit clip thing that you wear?
Oh, yeah.
Imagine if it's like, you know, your heart rate gets jacked up to like 160 beats per minute. They're like, okay, Mr. Reichel, are you having sex or are you at the gym? Please respond. Like, you got to make sure you're not fucking, dude. Because if you're not fucking, no one can watch. How come you're fucking in the dark?
Right.
You're supposed to be in front of your camera now, sir. Your fit clip says that your heart rate is elevated.
That's funny.
Yeah, all the fucking you do. You can never rape anybody in a closet. No. That's going to be the next thing. There's going to be a way to monitor your state of consciousness, your heart rate, your blood sugar levels, all that shit. You're going to be able to monitor it constantly on a person's body. Just makes sense. Like some sort of an implant. Some implant will just read the various variables in your body and then interface with some sort of a computer. You walk in front of something, it'll scan it, and it'll just read back the information. You think about how small computers are now compared to how big they were when NASA launched the Apollo missions, and then think of how small they're going to be in the future. They're going to be injectable. You're going to have a computer that you can inject into your fucking ass. Just a little, like a hard, like it would be like a tiny,
It's already in your ass.
half-size grain of rice. Half a grain of rice.
It's already been put in your ass.
think so?
Yeah, doctors have been paid to give it to you.
That's what people think who believe in aliens. You know who believes in aliens? Edgar Mitchell, former astronaut, guy who walked on the moon. So he believes in aliens. Some big fucking press conference.
I think the
Not
Russians.
a press conference, but an interview. He did an interview where he was saying that he knows that the government has access to information and that he can prove, well, at least he believes to the best of his knowledge, that the government has received transmissions from aliens, been in communication with them. They know that they're watching us. They know that they're hovering around Earth. It was kind of interesting watching this guy with his fucking dog. It's like his dog sitting in his lap. It's kind of cute. His little terrier, and he's talking about UFOs and all these different things that the government knows exist. And you're like, whoa, is this guy lost his marbles, or is he telling the truth? And he's like, I don't give a fuck anymore. I got my dog here. I'm 80 fucking years old. I'm just gonna tell people, and no one's probably gonna believe me. But hey, whatever. You know, what do you think?
There was a really cool dog breed that's in Japan. I've been researching a lot now because you only really see it in Japan, but I saw one on the street, and it looks so weird. It looks like a fox mixed with a cat, and it was bred to hunt bears by the Japanese. And
What's it called?
I think it's called Shibu Inu or something like that. Shibu. Hold on.
Oh, you know, that's one of my dogs. One of my dogs is half Shibu Inu.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's got a little bit of cunt in him. He's a sweethead, but he's confused. He's a sweetheart, but he's confused because he's half bulldog, half Shibu Inu, so he doesn't know what the hell he is. He doesn't know whether to be lazy or whether to be like a little cunty.
Yeah,
he's a sweetheart though. Like he's really really nice. Like as far as like when you come up to him, he always wants to be pet, and he's a nice dog, but he gets a little snappy with people.
Yeah, I guess the breed is kind of like very protective of just the family, but also like, you know, they're just like complete assholes. But it's weird, really weird facial expressions. Like this chick that was walking the dog in Japan, she was like about to turn in this corner, and the dog wouldn't go, just stopped and looked at her with this face like, "Hey, I need to go take a shit over there." And immediately she was like, oh, I'm sorry. And she said sorry, and then went to the grass and he took a shit. But it was weird. The face was so animated.
Problematic dogs are the dogs that are usually the smartest.
Yeah.
You know, the smartest dogs, the dogs go, hey, we got a problem here. You know, like German Shepherds and shit, wolves, those dogs, those are smart as fuck, man. And they're the ones that a lot of times cause problems. They escape a lot, you know. It's because they get bored.
What's that breed of dog? My friend Pete has this dog, the one where there's a thing down its back that grows the opposite direction. The hair grows the opposite.
Rhodesian Ridgeback?
Yeah. He has a Ridgeback, and man, that thing's intimidating to be around.
Is it really?
That's a solid dog. Like, I'm more scared of that dog than I am a pit bull.
Wow, that's crazy.
Why? I don't know. Just something around it. Like, it looks like it looks like a.
That's ridiculous. Check your email real quick. I sent you that Edgar Mitchell video.
Oh,
they're more of a slender dog, man.
Yeah,
Rhodesian Ridgebacks are not
all muscle.
Yeah, they're very very athletic.
Like guard dog style.
Yeah,
scary guard.
The scariest dogs are the big ones. Those are the ones that can kill you.
It's huge. You know, it's hunts lions.
Rhodesian Ridgebacks are not that big.
This thing's humongous.
Well, let's look up because I'm pretty sure they only get to be about 80 or 90 pounds.
This thing was taller than me standing up.
What?
It was like Marmaduke
How high were you?
muscles. A muscular Marmaduke. That's what it reminded me of. Like a dog that would be in the video game Russian Attack.
Really?
Yeah.
That big? No, dude, they're kind of a slender dog. I'm looking at them right now, man. I think you're confusing this with somebody. I think we're communicating about different dogs.
This is the one that has a line that goes down its back that grows a different direction. A Ridgeback.
Yeah. Well, I guess there's one that's in here that looks kind of muscular, but they seem very thin. I'm trying to figure out how big they get. Does it appearance? Here we go.
They call him the Lion Hunter.
70 pounds, bro. Oh, okay. No. Weigh about 80. Males weigh about 85 pounds. Should be 20. Many are much larger. Ridgebacks are typical muscular. Okay. So I guess even though some of them are like 85 pounds, they're saying some of them get way bigger.
Check this out.
So I would imagine if you ran into a 100-pounder, yeah, that'd be a big fucking dog.
Check this out. This is
that's a Rhodesian
Ridgeback.
Ridgeback?
Amazing dogs to walk the face of the earth.
Also known as the African lion dog, the Rhodesian Ridgeback is a large, muscular dog bred in southern Africa to hunt lions.
Whoa.
You know that term, keeping a lion at bay? Well, that came from the Rhodesian Ridgeback.
The breed was created by Hottentots, an indigenous people of South Africa, and early German and Dutch settlers. They combined imported Mastiffs, Great Danes, Greyhounds, Bloodhounds, Terriers, and other breeds with the Hottentot dog, a semi-wild tribal guarding and hunting dog, to create the Rhodesian Ridgeback.
Imagine the type of personality it takes to run after a 800-pound cat and chase it up a tree, and that's the Rhodesian Ridgeback.
The most unique and defining characteristic of the Rhodesian Ridgeback is his ridge. He can thank the wild Hottentot dog for that.
It's basically hair going in the opposite direction of the hair that grows down the rest of their body.
The ridge should be clearly defined,
it looks like a
and run
fucking
the length
vampire
of the dog's
dog.
back.
Do you remember when we ran into that girl who works for the UFC who has a dog like my dog, only 50 fucking pounds bigger?
Yeah.
That 200-pound Mastiff?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That was ridiculous.
That dog was so ridiculous and really sweet. Like, they're really sweet, gentle dogs. But like when I like touched the dog, just wanted me to take a picture with him. I put my arm around him. And I was like next to him, and he would like move a little, like bump into me, and I'd be like, "Oh Jesus!" Like you're standing next to a giant animal. It's really big. It's bigger than me, and it's a dog, and it's this enormous fucking head on him. Oh my God, that thing was ridiculous. 200 pounds, and she flies it. Goes in a plane.
Wow.
Goes in the cargo hold somehow or another with this giant box it stays in.
That's so rude to fly with animals, I think.
Dog didn't seem to give a fuck. I think she did it so often, he was just used to it.
Have you ever been around somebody that their ears pop during a flight?
Yeah.
It's so gross.
Well, you know what else happens if you have any sort of a sinus infection? It's unbelievably painful in your ears when you get to high altitude.
God,
when you're coming down, somehow or another, that's when your ears start popping, and it's in excruciating fucking pain. Yeah, sinus pain, that deep ear sinus pain when your whole inside is clogged and infected. Ooh, that's not good on a plane. Planes are fucking freaky, dude. What's gonna be next though? Is there gonna be ever gonna be a Concorde again? They're ever gonna go with supersonic travel, or is it just too dangerous?
I don't know. I just don't like flying over the ocean.
When you go that fast, can birds even get out of your way? Do they even have time to get out of your way?
No.
So if you slam into birds, is that a wrap?
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right? If you're like taking off the fucking
disintegrated.
LAX and you're in a Concorde and you're launching through the fucking air and you hit like supersonic speeds, that bird's
soup.
Dead as fuck, right?
Yep.
And you probably have to take off really fast with those things too. It's not like you have the option to take off slow,
right?
And once the coast is clear, then you rock it. Do you?
No, I think you have to take off fast at the beginning.
That
the
thing
fastest.
looked amazing though. Have you ever watched some of the footage of the Concorde?
Yeah.
Have you ever watched it?
Yeah.
It's incredible. Pull up a video of the Concorde so we can see what it looks like. Not a Concorde exploding, though. That shit's depressing.
Oh.
That's what happened. A bunch of them exploded.
Why?
Well, one of them hit a tire that another plane had left behind on the runway. So as it was accelerating, it hit a tire, and the tire kicked up and slammed into the plane and caused it to be on fire as they were in the air. Look at that fucking thing, man. That's what a lot of people thought. I think they came out in the 80s. Is that correct?
I think so, yeah.
Well, let me see. Concorde
pretty sure.
Supersonic jet.
I don't... Concorde's creepy.
But they did them for a little while, and then it got to a point where, you know...
Too many people, they were malfunctioning too much.
Well, the last one, I think it was really expensive to do, and the last one killed a lot of rich motherfuckers. They did it for 27 years. Wow. That's amazing. Yeah, so its first flight was in 1969. That's amazing. They were going supersonic speeds in 69. That is incredible. Here it goes. It's on the runway right now. It looks so badass, too. Apparently they're loud as fuck, too, when they take off. Right now it's just rolling, building up speed. This looks totally like a regular plane right here.
Yeah. Isn't it the nose?
It's badass. Yeah, it's down. It's pointed down.
It's so weird. I hope this is not blowing up.
Now it's up. No, it's not blowing up because the other one blew up as it was in the air. Like right when it took off, it started blowing up.
I thought it was about to hit that.
Oh, could you imagine if it hit that? It looks so sick, though. Look at the shape of it. God damn, I would have liked to have flown in one of those. Richard Branson, I know you're out there. Figure out a way.
Just make a better one.
Yeah, see if you find one actually taking off, though. That one was boring as fuck. I want to see a Concorde going fast. Say Concorde, go fast. Butthole.
Concorde, go fast. Butthole.
Stop NORAD. Well received. Breakdown engine. Breakdown engine 2.
We don't see this, Brian.
It's burning badly.
Oh, shit. Bring that back to the beginning so everybody can see that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Watch this. It takes off, and as it takes off, it hits something.
It's burning badly.
Oh, my God. That's scary.
Engine fire procedure.
Oh, my.
The airspeed indicator. The airspeed indicator.
Why does it sound so fake?
That is fake.
I'm not sure if it's part for the engine. You're on the way up.
Oh, my God.
4590, you have strong planes behind you.
What the fuck is this? Oh.
How could they, you know, when that happens, I mean, there's no way to stop it.
Reception of a middle marker. Yes, well received. The gear, no.
Can you turn around?
At your convenience, you have
You know, they're so not mobile.
gear,
Yeah.
no. Gear, coming up.
What the fuck are we? This is
I don't know.
crazy.
Or it's a weird sort of a reenactment.
so weird.
Someone's doing like post-fight commentary. Wow. This one's $2 million. Oh god, that's fucked up. So apparently, a lot of rich people died on that, dude, because the tickets were stupid expensive. But
That's
I guess
crazy.
you could get to Europe in like 2 hours.
Wow, that'd be weird. I don't mind flying when it like it's nicer that the planes that go overseas seem to be a little bit bigger because
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine being like on a Southwest flight or not a Southwest flight but one of those Delta flights or whatever where it's like super tight.
Yeah,
doing that
there's
for 12 hours.
There's planes that are just rude. There's
Yeah.
sometimes when they pack people in there, you're like, this is just rude. This is like human cattle.
Yeah,
It's not comfortable
inhumane,
even slightly.
inhumane almost.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what people will be. They're willing to pay, you know, to be transported. They're willing to be uncomfortable as long as they don't have to pay a ridiculous amount of money. And when you think about it that way, then it becomes really reasonable. Because if you can pay a couple $100 and fly across the country, which you can if you get a good deal, that's amazing. Someone's going to take you and bring you across the whole country in like a few hours in a day, and it's going to cost you a few $100. Just pay the man. Be uncomfortable for a few hours. Jesus Christ. It's worth it in that sense. Because otherwise, I'm not starting a fucking pilot airplane business. Are you? You're not starting a pilot airplane business. Who's going to fly people? How are we going to get there? We're not going to get there? What if there was no airlines? Was the government going to run the airlines? Yeah, good fucking luck. It'll be even more fucked up. It'll be terrible. A bunch of government workers flying into the ocean, crashing shit. You know, you better hope the fucking airlines stay in business. Pay your money, be uncomfortable, deal with it. Because I don't think they're making much money. It seems like they're hurting. You know, it wouldn't be a good time to start up an airplane business.
No, not at all.
Right? Air travel's tough, and flights are expensive because oil is fucking expensive. So jet fuel is expensive as fuck. You know how much money it must cost to fly a plane across the ocean? How much money is that in gas? It must be a stupid amount of money.
I would think so. I mean, it's so fucking big, but I don't know.
It's incredible that people were doing that in the 60s, though.
Yeah.
The 60s. Those stupid fucks didn't have access to anything but books. There was no phones. If you weren't talking to anybody, if you weren't right in front of them, or you get them on a landline. You know, there was no cell phones. No one was just driving around calling people no matter where you are and looking up facts on Google. No. But yet they were flying all over the country. They were going all over the world, you know?
I wonder if we're going to see like an alternative power source that's strong enough to be able to fly planes without fuel, you know, where you're almost like on a glider or an electric car of an airplane. You know what I mean?
Well,
like
if the idea is that if Tesla's inventions had ever come to fruition, one of them being wireless electricity,
right,
that could have been
shooting electricity up in the airplane.
Yeah, we could have developed some sort of... I don't understand it, so I can't even comment on how they would do it. I don't know how you broadcast electricity, but the idea was that he would do it almost like you'd be able to pull it out of the air like a radio signal.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I guess. Or it would be terrible because then air flight would never work because people would be fucking exploding in your plane because you're running into an electrical circuit, like right when some kid's shutting off his light bulb or something. The electrical circuit sends a short up the wire and you know, up to through the air, the electricity in the air, and zaps your plane. Who knows? Obviously, that's not how electricity works. But with any sort of a breakthrough discovery, like, you know, air electricity, you're going to have some little problems, right? Especially now that Tesla's dead. If they tried using his information without his brain, you know, how many people are capable of, like, bringing Tesla's inventions to fruition even today?
I don't know. I keep on thinking about the band Tesla, and it just makes me mad.
Isn't it funny? The band Tesla, they were kind of lame, and they hijacked one of the greatest minds in history.
Ego check. Took somebody way too cool for yourself.
Yeah, that's kind of silly.
I'm Abe Lincoln.
I guess they were fans of his. That's why they did it. But you know what? I'm a fan of his too. I don't call myself Tesla.
I know. Who isn't?
Come up with your own band name, man. You hijacked that dude's legacy.
That's like almost like saying I'm Godzilla, you know, or I'm something like that.
Godzilla
you know,
the
like
band.
Yeah.
Dude, your phone's going off kitty cat again.
Oh,
Why
it's
don't you
telling
stop
us that
that?
we're way over 3 hours.
No, we're not.
Well, I mean the two podcasts.
Oh, if you put them together.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're not doing that, are we?
I was going to.
Part 1 and part 2.
Okay.
Oh, you want to put them together?
I was trying to.
Let's get crazy, bro. Let's get crazy. Well, how long was the first one?
I think like an hour.
We do it just like they do it. That's how like regular people do podcasts.
Mm.
If you look at like the regular podcasts, most podcasts are an hour.
True.
We're the only ones who wander on. for hours and hours. But the problem with us is sometimes we get to a spot we don't know when to fucking end.
That's right.
They know how to end. They know it's time to bring this baby around. They know how to end. We don't know how to end, Brian. Sometimes we're lost in a world of not ending. Imagine if you had your own Concorde.
I don't want my own
party
Concorde.
in space, because they essentially reach space. They're like right at the edge of space, like a little higher, and they're at space. Because I think they fly like way higher than a regular jet.
Would you ever get on a hot air balloon?
No, not interested.
I am terrified of that.
You should be.
Fuck that.
Yeah, hot air balloons are fucked up, man. That's a tough thing to control.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think that's like. I wonder how many people die every year in hot air balloon accidents. But it happens. Sometimes the balloons catch on fire. Oh shit.
Yeah. I think just the feeling of standing in a basket too and feeling like the wicker underneath your feet.
Yeah, I'm trying to find altitude here. Let me see something else. Search this.
Dead
Yeah,
air.
it doesn't say what their altitude is. I'm trying to find out how high these things went.
So
here it is. Oh my God! You ready for this?
Yeah.
A regular plane is like what, 30,000 feet, occasionally 34,000 feet, something like that, right? Occasionally the pilot will come on and say, "We've reached 35,000 feet, our cruising altitude." Concorde's maximum cruising altitude was 60,000 feet. Dude, what the fuck?
60,000?
60,000 feet. Subsonic airliners typically cruise below 40,000 feet. Above 50,000 feet, the lack of air pressure would give a time of useful consciousness in even a conditioned athlete of no more than 5 to 10 seconds. Isn't that nuts? So apparently you can do it only because that's incredible. Is it because the way the plane is built? Concorde's altitude, the air density is very low. A breach of cabin integrity would result in a loss of pressure severe enough so that plastic emergency oxygen masks installed on other passenger jets would not be effective, and passengers would quickly suffer from hypoxia despite quickly donning the masks. Concorde was equipped with smaller windows to reduce the rate of loss in the event of a breach. Wow. A reserve air supply system to augment cabin pressure, and a rapid descent procedure to bring the aircraft to a safe altitude. Holy shit, it just dives down. Oh my God, that must be horrifying. Could you imagine if your shit breached and you just felt the plane point down at the earth and just straight down? Oh my God. Wow. So they stopped flying, I guess, in the 80s. Or in, 2003. That's amazing, man. That must have been a fun fucking thing to do. I mean, you're 60,000 feet up. I think it's dark out, even when it's daytime. I think you're in space. You know, I think at 60,000 feet, you're really close to space. You know, like the sky doesn't look like the blue sky that you see in a normal jet when you're just floating above the clouds. You know that beautiful feeling when you're in a jet, you look out the window and it's just smooth sailing and you're above the clouds. Like, wow, that's so peaceful and beautiful. I guess you're way above that shit. You're where it becomes dark.
Right.
Woo-hoo.
That'd be cool to see, though.
Woo-hoo. It'd be awesome, man. It'd be awesome if we all had fighter jets, too. I mean, you know, I used to do that bit about being in an FA-18. What is this thing, man?
We got trouble. Oh,
Hot air balloon accident?
Oh, no.
The balloon, check out that picture there. You can see it was ripped open. It fell to the ground from about 500 feet.
Oh my
Three
God.
people suffered only minor injuries, amazingly. What? The paraglider had non-life-threatening head and spinal injuries.
That's crazy.
Snap, son. That's not good. Hey, let's wrap this thing up. Brian Reichel. This weekend, the Berea Improv will be doing it with Ari Shafir and Duncan Trussell. And this will be the first time that Duncan's performing with Ari in quite a while. I think it's going to be fascinating, especially considering, well, whatever. Anyway, we're going to have a good time. Berea Improv. Most likely it's going to sell out. Yes, I am doing a lot of new shit. Yes, I have a lot of the, I'm performing, I'm getting ready, rather, tightening up my shit for April 20th, because it looks like April 20th in Atlanta is when I'm going to shoot my next special. I got to get going. I've had the same material that I've been looking to put down on DVD for a long time now. It's been like, I think 2 years since my last recording. So I got a lot of shit. I got to get it out there. And then start fresh, which is terrifying. But we'll be doing a lot of those start fresh shows here at the Pasadena Ice House because it's such an intimate environment. It's great for coming up with new shit. So that's my mission right now. I'm on a mission. My mission is to get out this special and then come up with a whole new hour in a couple of months. So I'm going to do a lot of shows after April, in May, June, July, before. So I'll have like a few months before the special comes out when it gets edited and all that shit. And in the months before, I'm gonna have to come up with a whole new hour. So that should be fascinating. So I'll be doing a lot of shows, that's it. Thanks to the Fleshlight for sponsoring the program. Thanks to them, you can buy a Fleshlight at a discount if you go to joerogan.net. You know the fucking deal. Click the link, enter in the code name Rogan, and blah blah blah, 15% off, blah blah blah. We're also sponsored by Onnit, Onnit.com. What is Onnit, Joe Rogan? Wait, Onnit is God's company, my friend. We're here for you. What, Brian? Pay attention. What are you doing? Holding your pipe up? Is that the photo that everybody's seeing? Mm-hmm. That silly fucking pipe?
No.
I'll kill you.
No, you can see what you're saying.
I love you.
You can see what
Light it up. You know you want to. It's ceramic infused. You don't have to worry anymore. Thank you to C2O Coconut Water, too. They just sent me a bunch of fucking badass coconut water. It's the most delicious. It's from Thailand. They're not even paying me. Thank you to Onnit.com. They are. Go to Onnit.com, ONNIT, and check out all the different supplements. Alpha Brain, Shroom Tech Sport, Shroom Tech Immune, New Mood, all good stuff, all explained at Onnit.com, all stuff that I endorse and I use. All right, tomorrow, the powerful Greg Fitzsimmons will be joining us. Greg is my buddy from literally, like, we started out like within the same month of each other. I think we're like maybe a week or two apart from each other, so we've known each other a long time. We got a lot of fun, crazy stories. He's hilarious. He's a great dude, and he'll be here tomorrow. So that's it. We got a lot of shit coming up. Honey's got to do the podcast next week, as is Sam Harris. Holla at ya, boy. So I'll see you, dirty freak, soon. Thank you for tuning in, as always. We appreciate you very much. And this podcast, a lot of people come up to us and talk to us on Twitter and say that, this is a huge part of your life now, and it's so much fun, and you grow from it, and you learn things from it. We do too. Forcing myself to do something like this and doing it so often, and exposing myself to all these cool conversations with all these cool people, I am benefiting just as much as you are, and I appreciate you guys to no end. It is the coolest thing in the world to work at a place and then have the wait staff and everyone say, man, your fans are so nice. And I hear it all the time. And I just want you guys to know that I appreciate that more than anything. I'm proud of that more than anything. I think it's the coolest fucking thing in the world. And I think if you put something out there, it's like, it's proof positive. Be a cool person. Be a nice person. Try to, at best times, always, at every turn, try to be as cool about something as you can. Well, no one's perfect. We're all going to fuck up. But if you go through life with that sort of a motto, don't be a cunt. Try to keep moving forward. Get your shit together. Be nice to people. How hard is that? It's not that hard, right, Brian? Have a good time. This shit is temporary. It's not going to last. You got to wake the fuck up and realize the time to enjoy this fucking thing for the mad lunacy of what it really is. The time's right now. Enjoy this fucking thing. Enjoy the shit out of it. Cut out those people in your life that you're not enjoying. Negative people, vampires, cut them out. Cut out all the bullshit that's holding you down. Scam and scheme and plot a way to get out of your job. Do it all legally, don't get me wrong. Find out a way to do what you really want to do. You can. This fucking is getting way too... Now I'm a motivational speaker. I've gotten Anthony Robbins on everybody. Look, I'm just loving y'all, and I'm just... I'm a little emotional because of jet lag. And that's it. It's the end. We're ending sloppy. It's a good example to set. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much. Hey, stop that. Brian,